Hello, everyone. Welcome to Big COC Energy. I'm Zraitor, your storyteller. Our offering for episode 18 is Last Dance at Renault's by Play Renegade. It's a one-shot that we are running that I'm using to kick off a fictional city of our own called Capside, where we will tell more vampire stories, with a mix of both published scenarios and ones written by me. Starring EeiddKlabe as Isaiah Tobar of Clan Bruja. You lost opportunities because of your background, but you tried your best anyway. Now, as a kindred, the new power in you demands that you make the rules and take what has been denied to you in your mortal life. Starring Alistair as Carla Hansott of Clan Tremere. You were a scientist dedicated to working on projects that helped all of humanity. You were rational and didn't believe in the supernatural. Your embrace changed your mindset completely, and you now seek occult knowledge and power. Starring Eerie Lunarose as Ripley Munrab of Clan Malkavian. Sometimes you think of your lying as something grander than it is, a beautiful vocation to make reality prettier and more appealing, at least for the time before your victims figure out the truth. They're always happier when they believe your stories. Starring Oracle as Michael Oakes of Clan Ventru. You were a politician with a local seat, and then you were embraced. You realized that important decisions were made behind the scenes, that money and power mattered, and that alliances and deals made the world move. February 1st, 2025. Four young Anarch kindred are preparing for a party at their mentor's haven and anxiously awaiting the arrival of some very important and powerful guest. Unfortunately for them, their mentor was destroyed the night before. They must maintain the ruse that he's still running the party if they want to clear their debts and survive the night. Will they be able to maintain the charade and collect their reward? Or will they meet the same fate as poor Renauld? The coterie is gathered at the suburban mansion of their deceased mentor, the Camarilla Toreador socialite Renauld. In just a few hours, the party of the season is scheduled to begin in this very house. This isn't just any party, but a salon, a gathering of important local Camarilla kindred that promises the best conversation, entertainment, and the free-flowing blood of mortal victims. Although these parties are usually held in elysiums, smaller private salons are something many famed Toreador are known for. The exclusive guest list is a particular draw for those wishing to make a name for themselves in the city's ivory tower. A well-received salon could make a kindred's reputation for a generation or more. So everyone has previous day stayed in the manor because you found your mentor destroyed. You've all decided to come in on this conspiracy to cover it up because if not, well, you're gonna all face the final death. No one's going to care about some anarchs explaining themselves. So everyone wakes up now. And when you kindred wake up for the night, they have to make a rouse check. So everyone needs to roll 1d10. If you failed, your hunger goes up one level. Like Carla has not gained any hunger.
Let's go.
And we need I'd.
Got a success.
Okay, you gained no hunger. So Michael and Ripley, you both gained one hunger. Kids are gonna have to do this every night they wake up, which, causes the personal horror. Eventually you have to deal with this hunger. And there's little memories come back to you. You had found all the guards were killed. All the staff has fled. It leaves you all alone with Renault's personal ghoul and assistant, Simon El Masri. He is a very good looking man. He's maybe mid 30s. He's of Egyptian descent. He's wearing a tuxedo today. And he walks up to all of you and he looks at you. And this is where we would do our introductions. This game does not have a dexterity order, so I just put you all in alphabetical order by your first name. So that leaves Carla. May you do a little introduction to yourself? What we see when we look at you?
So I'm Carla Hansott. I'm a tremor. I'm pretty plain looking. Like I don't strike much attention. I am very tall for a woman, but nothing strikes attention to me. Basically, I blend in the crowd.
All right, then Isaiah Tobar, please introduce yourself.
Isaiah is a male who has kind of a thin body, hair coming down pretty close, not quite covering the eyes, He looks like he's maybe a recovering goth from 2012 or something. Remnants of maybe he used to shop at Hot Topic, but his fashion has changed to be a little bit more normal. But he still has certain habits where he may or may not, wear like a chain necklace or some kind of a maybe paint fingernails or something like that. That sort of presents that sort of hot topicy goth feel. And he's friendly enough, but he's I would say awkward for sure.
Michael Oakes, please introduce yourself.
So Michael is kind of the epitome of what you would think of as like a used car salesman. He's a little bit shorter, slightly pudgy. He's got thinning, sandy blonde hair, glasses. He kind of walks around with his hands in his pockets and doesn't communicate very much. But he just kind of has this somewhat unlikable feature to him for some reason.
And finally, Ripley Munrab, please introduce yourself.
So Ripley is this sort of ambiguously brown and like completely androgynous person, 20 something, annoyingly beautiful considering that you can't really tell at first look what gender they are. They play to this absolutely. And they also, the number one thing you know about Ripley is that they are a storyteller. You've heard between you all about like 3 completely different versions of who their sire was and how that night went. That they, just got abandoned after they were embraced. So that's Ripley.
All right, just for some background, I will say that Renauld put this coterie together maybe about 6 months ago, so you're all past the introduction phase, but perhaps you don't know each other that well. You all have a similar bond that your sires either abandon you or let you go, or it's just useless. That's so. Renauld himself sort of became a surrogate sire. It's pretty clear to you that, despite being young in the kindred life, you know that you're being used by this man, or were being used by this man. You've found him dead. And now we go back to Simon Al-Masri, who maybe he's holding his side in pain a little bit as he walks up to the party and he sees all of you and, well, good, good, you're all awake. We need to get all this mess cleaned up. We need to get ready for the salon. We have a broken statue that needs cleaned. It needs cleaned up. We need security sweep. Anything else you guys can think of?
I can't think of anything. I feel like I don't know. Do you guys feel like there's something what could we do more? I don't know.
I feel like we need to figure out how much he knows. He obviously knows that the place is trashed.
Well, in that case, how about we go back to our first flashback that we have planned? Everyone will be a part of these flashbacks, as I said in the Discord, just so it's clear everyone is a part of these. It's soon after sunset. You were in Renauld's master bedroom upstairs. This is the day before, by the way. The room is a ransacked mess with overturned drawers, scattered jewelry cases, and overturned wardrobes as well. You see large glass shards are scattered on the richly adorned Afghan carpet. They are debris from one of the room's bulletproof windows that was clearly blown apart with an explosive. This is the scene you all came upon, I guess, when you first learned of all this, and you were standing in this room. What do you do?
Carla slightly panic, start kind of hyperventilating because like she knows, kind of, not that she knows, but she's like, she can see the consequences of such a, like their Renault is dead. Of course, the next step is that we will be dead. So she turns to the rest of the coterie and like, guys, what do we do? I mean, what do we do? Do we flee? Should we leave? We just leave. We can start a life somewhere else. I don't know. I feel and she started crying.
So, is the glass on the inside of the room or is it pushed to the outside?
It would have been. How about you give me an intelligence plus investigation roll? The difficulty will be 2.
I got a 1 and a 6.
What, 1 success?
Yes.
Okay. Well, then you know that obviously the window is exploded into the room. That's, I guess, all I can give you.
So when they learn that, do we learn it too? As
Well,
in
well, I was answering the
the
question, then I was trying to get the roll. Yeah, you can all see that the windows has exploded into the room. You can all make that roll if you want. Intelligence plus investigation. Okay,
what?
so the other three all succeeded. So despite Michael initiating this, he didn't learn of this, but you can see that there would have been a large pipe bomb that must have been that was placed on the window from the balcony, which caused all this explosion.
If we're looking at this and we have like a pretty good bead on what caused the explosion, do we think that that damage would have been enough to kill one of us were we in the room, or was that just the mode of entry?
This, as you look around the room, Renauld is not actually in this room,
Okay.
and I guess as we're all looking around some more, there's a lot of successes there. There's definitely mortal blood on the balcony floor. It's very wet. You see the shredded remains of an island rope tied to the outer banister. In the room, there's a king-size bed, and a portion of the room's wall has been chopped apart with an axe, which reveals a narrow passage that leads into a hidden chamber.
Oh,
You have a panic room?
I'm not surprised.
I
Okay, hold me on this.
Uh,
Take a look at that room.
Okay. Yeah, it's a little narrow passage that you go into. When you get in there, you see that the walls are draped in black and red curtains, and there are three custom designed coffins resting on plush Persian carpet. In one of these In one of these coffins, there is a withered corpse in an expensive but badly damaged suit.
Do I recognize this guy at all?
Well, it's definitely wearing clothes that Renauld would have worn.
so I have the Bloodhound perk.
Yes.
Is that something that I could potentially use to determine where the human blood came from, or that I can smell resonances without
Alright.
tasting it?
Okay. Yeah, resonance gives you bonus when you feed off of them.
Okay, then never
So
mind.
it doesn't necessarily, yeah, but it confirms that it's mortal blood. That's fair enough, I guess.
so far we know that they came from outside, mortal blood.
Yep, and then
And
you see.
dead corpse in here.
Yeah, I mean, you would intuit that it's Renauld, but when a kindred dies, they go into like very rapidly into the state that they would have been if they whatever age they were. So the corpse is very badly withered as you look at it.
Okay.
So you wouldn't have Renault's like living features, but you would intuit that it's him. And you can see that the corpse was subjected to all sorts of manner of abuse. It has been shot, stabbed, it's been chopped up, it's been staked, and burned.
Oh well. Okay.
About overkill.
And as you
Someone came with a revenge.
Yes, and then what remains of his desiccated hands? There is a book clasped in between them.
A book, you said?
Yep.
Pull that out,
Michael.
take a look at it.
Okay, it's like what would be the word? It was a book that somebody made with hand scrawled notes and pages, and they just sort of made it to bind them all together to make the makeshift book. So if anyone wants
Is
to, yeah, sorry, go ahead. You can roll intelligence and occult if you want to understand what's written inside of it. Otherwise,
intelligent and oh wait.
yep, intelligence plus occult would be your roll. It's at difficulty 5.
Intelligence is occult. Okay, so
Otherwise, you could just
Four
tell
and
that it's occult nonsense, but you wouldn't really understand what it's saying.
no, I'm gonna roll. We agree that we always have to roll hunger with
Yes, your hunger dice must
Okay,
always
okay.
be factored into your rolls.
Okay, so
You rolled exactly 5, right?
Nice. Yes.
That's amazing. It is a bootleg version of a book of Nod, which is the history of the
Oh.
kindred, like the true history of the kindred with Cain and all that. But it is illegitimate and authentic, and a lot of it's nonsense and incorrect.
Who's holding it again? Am I holding
Oh,
it?
I give it to you, yeah.
Okay, thank you. This is good thing, guys. Bad things too. I won't lie. Do you guys know what this is, or this is like the origin story? Are you not excited? This is crazy stuff. I'm not gonna lie. And she get all excited because this is like the book she wanted to read. So, okay. Let me focus. So this is indeed a good and a bad omen. I won't lie. I've been looking for that book for a while. It has everything I mean everything I want to know. Maybe not you, but I want to know all that. But it's not a good thing that it's here. in my opinion. So this might be more than just a boom boom, we kill a vampire kind of thing. This might be way bigger than that. But I will have to look more closely in the book, although I don't think there will be hints about the crime here. But this is bad. Basically, this is bad, in my opinion.
So we have 3 coffins in the room, and there's only one that's open at this point.
Correct. And it must be Renauld.
Do we have any idea what's in the other 2 coffins?
They're empty. I guess they just would have been for anyone else he took into this room to rest with him.
Michael's going to go over and kind of search through the coffins one by one and make sure there's nothing else kind of hanging out in there.
Yeah, they're very nice plush coffins. And for the record, kindred do not sleep in coffins, so he's kind of an asshole for doing this.
He's one of those people. He
Yeah.
likes to play into tropes or something. I can respect that. I like a good story.
But yes, there's nothing else in there other than this is when the moment that you found that your mentor is dead and the party is tomorrow and the blame will be laid at your feet. So as she's getting excited with the book, maybe all of you are coming to that conclusion.
I think Isaiah would be for sure. No, I'm not excited. There's a problem. We have the whole shindig tomorrow with all those fucking Camarilla people. Like, to answer your earlier question, no, we can't run. Like, we don't know who's who. I don't know about you guys, but I mean, I haven't been undead for a very long time. I don't have anyone outside of us. This is it.
Yeah. So here's what we should do then. We make up a story and we stick to it. Not about him being dead, about him being alive and not able to make his own party because he was an asshole. He'd probably do that, right? Not beyond
I
the
mean,
reason.
you're not wrong on him being an asshole and doing that kind of stuff, but how well could we hold against all the Camarilla coming? I mean, they're pretty high up vampire. I mean, I don't want to jinx it, but we're little vampire. Some of us were reborn not long ago. I have a bad feeling about it, but at the same time, I feel like this is the only way out we have, except running away. But apparently, that's not a good plan.
Well,
I've heard.
here's the thing. If we decide we need to get out of here afterwards, that's going to be a lot easier. We'll know the who's who of this area.
Mhm.
We'll know who to keep away from. And it'll give us some time to make a plan, right? But right now, if we run, we absolutely look guilty and they'll find him.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
mean-
I agree.
We just got to play it like politics. It's like we don't know anything until we do. And then when we do, we feed them shit and we keep them in the dark.
Oh. I mean, that seems like the best plan, but I have a bad feeling. But let's put feeling aside.
Well, okay, so
eh,
they're all going to be more powerful than us, right? And we already know we can do things that we couldn't do before now. Could they find
Mhm.
out the truth? Hell yeah. But are they going to be looking to? Aren't these parties supposed to be like safe places?
yeah, it's an Elysium. So it's some sort of Elysium. It's like a small version, if I understood well. And so we cannot use discipline, I think. We have to be
Yeah, it's
so
considered rude, right?
right. Um, but that doesn't mean we can't. But I would guess that the Camarilla will respect that kind of rule. So perhaps we can rest assured that they won't use it on us. Perhaps I'm not sure. I have a bad feeling. I won't lie, guys, but we don't have another version. We need to like strike up a scenario and stick to it for sure.
Yep.
For
We
sure.
got to get our story straight and then we have to make ourselves believe it.
Oh my god. Okay, where is Renaud? Why is he not there? except being dead, obviously, but why wouldn't he attend his own party? What would be the excuses?
I think we should try a different angle rather than he's not coming. We should say that
Okay.
we don't know. He said he had a surprise and he didn't even tell us, and we are
Oh,
to run the party. And if forced somehow, what we say is that he's actually been attending the party the whole time under different guises for his own purposes.
so he'll be disguised, right?
Yes, I'm thinking the idea would be that he's been mingling
Okay.
the entire party already, but we pretend that we don't know anything either. But just if forced to say something about it.
Okay.
As far
Or
as I'm
he's
concerned,
here somewhere kind of thing.
Yeah, and I mean we can't prove when or where he's coming from or going when he decided to leave. Nobody would know. The only thing we have to do is keep them out of here, right? Because there's no chance he's coming back, right? Like he's gone.
Yeah, I mean, on that it's for sure. That's not a bad idea, actually. Like he's here somewhere, and in the meantime, we try to solve it all because we agree that aside from that big old lie, we have to find what actually happened. So before the end of the party, actually, oh my god, this is stressful.
as far as other people are concerned, the less we know, the better. Like, the less we give, the less we have to answer.
Okay.
Carla is correct though, because the only path out of this is finding the actual story. Otherwise, we do this for how long?
Well, I mean, the party lasts what, 8 to 12 hours. I feel like that's the usual party time. I don't know. So, we have to either team up or split up so we can, how can I say? I forgot the word. We can search the place in for answers, but in a way that nobody suspects us to be doing anything weird. Oh, I have no idea. I cannot lie, guys. I won't. I will tell the truth. I have such a hard time lying. This is bad, but this is the best we have, I guess.
Okay, so everyone needs to make sure that that Carla does not have to lie.
Well, you
I
should
mean, I have.
to someone else then who can.
Yeah.
Carla,
I mean-
we're best friends now. We're gonna work the party together.
Okay, let's go. That's reassuring. I mean, I can keep myself. I have somewhat of a good composure. I mean, I know I haven't shown it so far, but I just lying is not. It's just not my strong suit. So I don't want to jinx it for us all. Don't leave me alone, please. This is bad.
Stick with me, kid. We got this.
All right. So the lie, he's somewhere. Agree. Is somewhere in the party. We know things, but we don't really know things. The less we know, the better, as said before. And we search the place. Anything else we should agree on?
What do we do with him? As he is definitely here right now, but not in such a great form.
I don't think we want to touch any of this.
Yeah.
This room needs to stay as it is, because whoever did this, if we mess with it, then we look guilty.
Okay. The only thing, about the book of note that I have in my hands, do I have to put it back, or can I keep it?
It might be evidence.
Oh my god. Okay.
I mean, are you sure somebody didn't put a message in there like "got you" finally?
I can skim it really fast and try to find something different, but hopefully by the end of this party I can go home with that book. But okay, do I have to roll something to like look for a clue in the books that someone left? See?
No, I will allow your original roll. There's no hidden things in there. It's
Okay.
just a
It's
book
just
of
the book.
Nod with there's some inaccuracies to the lore in there, but otherwise, yeah, that's all it is, just the book.
Oh my god. I can't believe I finally have it in my hand and I have to leave it there.
Well, but it's not like the complete and correct one, right? Like, wasn't that what you were saying? You want a real one. It's fine.
Ah, okay. Kind of, Clara is kind of like thinking really, really hard, but yeah, you're not wrong, but it's such a once in a dead lifetime opportunity. But all right,
I
if
think
nobody, yeah,
it's not. It's. I don't think it's past Renauld at all to accept substitutions, and I don't think it's in our best interest to imitate him either. If you want the book, I have no problem with you taking it, but let's leave it until the party's cleared out at least, provided we live that
Yeah.
long.
provided we live that long. You're right. Okay, sure. Yeah. Okay. How do we make sure that no one gets around this place outside of the book? That is obviously very important to me, but the cadaver too. How do we make sure this is closed off? Nobody comes to. Do we make rounds?
Do we count on people having simply enough respect to leave his quarters alone?
I mean, he just got murdered, so I don't know. But okay.
Oh, well, fair enough. Somebody at the party might be the killer too, so we have to
Yeah.
consider that.
Yeah. I mean, that would make sense actually. Just before his party, and human blood on the balcony, and from outside. We'll have to remember that, but okay, I guess we can just Izzy, can you remind me? So there's the room where the coffins are
Mhm.
is like a small panic room of some sort. Like it's
Yeah, this
it's
room was
supposed to be
hidden.
hidden, right?
It was
Okay.
hidden. The killers, or they chopped open the entrance with an axe.
Is it possible to hide it back with I don't know, a cupboard or something, or everything is just explode and it will look weird?
You
That
could
this thing.
definitely cover the hole. I think anyone looking through would eventually find the wardrobe or a curtain or whatever you do. I imagine it would be found, but it could buy you time, I suppose.
Okay. What do you guys say we try to at least hide the entry to that small room? Just like not too much, so it doesn't. If someone try to snitch around, they. I mean, if we leave it out in the open, it's just it would be easy for someone to get in and take the
Sure.
book. I mean, the cadaver. Sorry.
Yeah,
Well,
we want to make it so that a casual glance doesn't reveal anything.
Yeah.
They knew enough about this to realize that the windows were bulletproof. They used a bomb. They knew enough that the wall was fake. They used the axes, and they came prepared. They didn't care that people saw. What's it going to look like if we cover it up?
yeah, we become complicit.
Oh my god.
So,
Like, these people knew him, and they knew what he was. Like, there's stakes, there's bullets, there's all kinds of stuff. Like, it's obvious these people must either be real close to him or they are vampires as well.
What if it came from the inside, though?
well, the bomb definitely didn't. So it seems like that would be point of entry. Was the glasses inside?
Oh, I mean more like someone who lives in here all
Yeah,
the time.
yeah, that's a thought. Ripley wants to go take a look at the amount of mortal blood out there, Storyteller. Does it look fatal? Is this a fatal amount of blood to lose?
I would say it's just from a lot of different people.
Oh,
Yeah, there's like you came upon the scene. There's no bodies, so
Yeah, no bodies, but we're seeing
Okay.
multiple blood sprays here.
yes, there was definitely a struggle.
this doesn't give us much information, at least for me. But can we, since it's not the party yet, if I recall correctly, can we use a discipline or something, or is it still some sort of an illusion?
Yeah,
where
this is a flashback. It's the day before the party, so that wouldn't even
Okay,
be a
so-
consideration.
What parts of the book are inaccurate?
Well, to be honest, I didn't really write out what's in the book. It's just the lore of, Cain meets Lilith, some of the history, a lot of the dates don't
Okay.
match up. There's fake events that didn't happen that she would have known.
Okay.
Always a problem.
No.
There's books and games, I'm not going to write the entire book.
No, 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 no. I was just wondering if there was
Yeah.
anything specific that was like a vampire would not have left this out. Like that's obviously an oops. Ugh.
Well, the whole thing, like a lot of kindred don't even believe that stuff is real. Her character just has a specific interest in it, which I don't believe the rest of you do. But I mean, you can have your own opinions about it, of course.
Um, I don't
And
have anything that could be used to, in terms of abilities or whatever, to hide the place without hiding too much. So,
no.
Here's a good thought. Let's make it a locked room mystery. It basically is already. So, somebody came through the window. Let's
mhm.
let's, put something underneath the door. Let's lock it from the inside here, and
Okay.
we'll get around the other way. And that way, if somebody wants to get in here during the party, they're going to have had to make a real effort.
Through
And
the window. Yes.
that would be an asshole thing to do at somebody's own party, to like force their way past a lock and a chair under the door to get into this room. Nobody's
Right.
gonna stumble across this by accident then. And they're gonna look real suspicious if they're the ones that get in here.
Okay. That works for me. That's okay. We can do that. That would be a good plan.
All
All
right.
right.
All
Peeking
right.
out the window, storyteller,
Yeah.
this particular window, what's the best way away from there? Is it easy to get up to the window or not? Especially considering what we are.
Let's see how do we answer that. Well, you're on the balcony in the bedroom. The bedroom windows were the bulletproof windows.
Right.
So somebody would have had to breaking in upstairs. There was the nylon tied to the balcony with somebody climbed up.
So if we have a bunch of hungry vampires in the area,
Hmm.
how's the human blood gonna go over with that?
Yeah, that would be part of your cleaning up as we go back to the present. So how about we do that? We will go back to the present. It's a few hours before the salon. The party has concealed, and you can just say you probably cleaned up the blood. I doubt you left it out for an entire day. So
Sounds good.
you did your best to make sure that part of the thing isn't suspicious or too suspicious. And Simon Almazari is still in front of you. He says, "Well, he reminds you again. I need someone to clean up the statue and maybe do a last sweep of the place to see if there's anybody out there.
I'll take care of it. Don't worry about it.
Take care of which one?
The statue.
Very well.
And you want a last sweep of the place, right?
Yes, there could be whoever did this could still be out there, maybe coming back.
I can look. I can. Yeah. I'll do that.
Michael kind of clears his throat and he looks over at Ripley. He goes, you wanna go with
Yeah,
her just in case, or
I'll go with you, Carla. Two
Okay.
pairs of eyes are better than one, right? Yeah.
Right.
So Isaiah, the statue is in the main hall, which is where this conversation is happening at. It is and looking at it, I guess will take us to our next flashback the day before. It is you see a toppled marble statue. It lies in several pieces on the floor. The torso of it was riddled with bullet holes. This statue is near the Haven's internal elevator, and the digital display on that elevator it's flickering as if the car is stuck between the two floors.
All right, I'll go check the elevator out and kind of see what if there's anything that appears to be catching either the doors themselves or maybe if I can see it, whatever the pulley system is.
Yes, as you walk towards the elevator, there are debris everywhere of the bullet fire, the explosion. And among them, you find a bloody cocktail napkin. It says the Ivy Lounge on it.
All right, think I absent-mindedly sort of touch it and go to pick it up, and then I realize maybe I shouldn't, but the Ivy Lounge is sort of burned into my memory now. I'll look up from that and kind of survey the rest of the scene, see if there's anything else that appears to be like intentionally like left out for me, like a message.
No, you don't see anything.
Alrighty, what the hell happened in here? I mean, Michael. I mean, you're older than me, right? I mean, what'd you do for a job? You're a cop or something, or
he kind of clears his throat a little bit. He's like, well, I was a politician a bit. I don't know anything about this.
Oh, shit. I wasn't. I hadn't really done anything with my life when I was embraced. So, uh, as a matter of fact, I was thinking about whether or not I even had much of a future. So I don't bring a whole lot of these worldly skills. I mean, I more read books. So anybody have any clue how to fix an elevator?
Pretty sure if the both of you try, you could prop them up. You could prop the doors open.
Do we need a roll check for that or just try it?
All four of you are there, so if all four of you do it, I'll waive
Oh,
the
right, we're
roll.
in flashback now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we crank the doors open. Michael kind of peeks in very carefully and looks up and down the shaft.
Yes, you find Simon Almazre is on the ground. He is holding his side in pain. There's blood, slightly amount of blood pooling. He has a pistol, but it's laying on the ground. He's barely has a hold of it.
Jesus Christ, what happened?
You just kind of hear a croak of, you can barely hear his voice. It's just a croak, and he's like, "Blood, I need blood." And he's
Do we
motioning towards his mouth.
do we know how he feeds? Have we seen him eat?
And as you ask that, I will give you the information that he is a ghoul, which means he's Renault's ghoul, in fact. And a ghoul is created when a kindred gives their blood to a mortal. The mortal is then bonded to them and kind of more or less a slave, and has to do it as they say. And kindred do this to get assistance and such. And they have to have this blood once a month, and it,
Do
it
you
does
know?
uh it does increase their healing. Yes. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. Do we know if our blood will even work to help
Yes.
him?
Any blood will work. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Uh, sure. I'll give him some blood.
Okay. I will need a rouse check from you.
So it's just
Make your pool just one. Yeah. So you're just rolling 1d10.
success.
Okay, you don't gain any blood. Yeah, but sorry, you don't get any hunger. So how do you open yourself up? Do you bite yourself? Do you have a knife?
Oh yeah, I definitely have like a little pocket knife.
Okay. He takes it and he greedily gobbles it up.
When you cut yourself open, Isaiah goes and puts his hands over his mouth,
You okay there, buddy?
and you see him just staring as this guy's gobbling down blood. Isaiah's just staring like it should have been me.
Yeah, Isaiah, did you ever tell the other kindred the way you feed?
I'm gonna go ahead and say no.
Okay, so you don't know what this means then? You just see
Yeah,
Isaiah creepily looking at you all.
you guy.
And I think we will use that to end the flashback and we will take us
Oh,
back.
I have plans for this.
Okay,
Or we can do it in the present day, I suppose.
Okay, because that's where we're going next, back to the present day. So Carla Ripley, you were doing a security sweep. Now can your idea work in now? Or
I think before we leave, I'm gonna turn
okay,
this and I'm gonna be like, I think that before this party happens, you need to tell us exactly what went down that ended you up in that elevator, my dear friend.
so how about we do the sweep together, and I'll tell you as we go.
Okay.
And as he leaves the cub with you, he's still in pain. The healing has sped up as compared to a normal mortal, but he's still fairly hurt. Okay, I believe this question will be better answered at the other flashback. As the coterie was inspecting the building, they are down in the basement car park garage. Inside, Renault keeps several of his vehicles, including his favorite cherry red Porsche 911. And you all have a wounded Simon Almazare sitting before you. You have suspicions. Would you just put him before you, or would you restrain him, or
Oh, he needs to tell us everything, and if I'm not satisfied that he's answering completely, I intend to compel him to answer.
okay, would you have tied him up or just let him sit there?
I mean, is he gonna get away from all four of us? Come.
Okay, then I guess he's just sitting there. And yeah, he's still very composed. You know Simon, he's a very rigid guy. He's like you call it, like the prototypical butler kind of character. He plays his role to an absolute T. He's in pain and he's gritting his teeth and his eyes are kind of droopy. And then he looks upon the party, awaiting their questions.
This is a
Hmm.
bad scene for all of us. What happened?
Uh, I was preparing, the house for the party, and motion sensor alarms were tripped in the rose garden. Maybe, maybe 3 or 4 in the afternoon. I called for the private security, but they were all, well,
No, we don't know.
Mm. Then I rushed upstairs to Renaud's secret bedchamber, and an explosion knocked me off balance. Then there were masked men everywhere running into the room. There's a hole in the wall. There was automatic weapons being firing. I don't know.
Oh.
Hold on, back it up, friend.
Back what up?
So you ran to the room, there were already people coming in. The explosion knocked you down,
Yes.
and then there were people. What did you do?
I
How
I
much did
was
you see?
I was wounded, and one of the I assume they were hunters. He chased me down the hallway, and I locked myself in the elevator where you found me.
Hunters. Okay.
Well, what
When
else could
I
they have been?
say hunters, you had eyes on them. What did they look like?
They were masked men, maybe in military gear.
Okay. Here's
If he's a ghoul, would he have had enough personal drive to leave Renauld alone with those and let him die?
Yeah, he would have been able to resist it if he wanted, and he does claim to be wounded. Does everyone want to give me a wits plus insight?
Mm-hmm.
And the difficulty will be 3.
Okay.
Yeah,
4 successes.
Ripley has succeeded.
2 successes.
I have a specialty under insights for motive.
Ah, yes. I forgot about that. When you have specialty, it adds 1 to your pool.
Oh, okay. So I should
So,
roll it.
I mean, succeeded anyways. That's fine. Just
Yeah.
have to remember that next though. Okay, everyone that succeeded, I guess mostly you're suspicious, but the ones that succeeded, yeah, you know he's hiding something.
All right. I want to compel him to talk.
Compel him.
It is a if it's contested, it'd be intelligence plus resolve.
Intelligence plus resolve. That would essentially be mental, so the difficulty would be 3. Because yes, he does not want to give up this information.
So when I do this, do I roll and does he roll as well? Or
Well, when it comes to NPCs, usually we do what's called taking half. So he has 6 in mental. So I'm just going to take half, which is 3, which assumes he would get 3 successes. This speeds up the game and stops me from having to roll.
so my pool is charisma plus dominate.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
So compel issues a single command. I guess you would have said what? Tell me, and he just shakes his
Yeah.
head. No.
Yeah. Tell me what you know about this. You're hiding something.
Don't try to use your kindred tricks on me. What's wrong with you? I'm on your side.
The only people who
Are
are
you
on
though?
my side are the ones that are actually telling me the truth.
And so after you left, did you ever go back in the room?
Well, no, it was in the elevator as you found me.
Interesting.
I was gonna ask for charisma plus intimidation. He's very stubbornly not wanting to speak about what happened to him.
Charisma and intimidation.
Yeah.
For charisma, intimidation, where is that?
Might have good charisma. 3, yeah.
Yeah. No intimidation. Awesome. A 2, a 6, and an 8. So I got 2 successes.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe it was what, a 4. Yeah, he's stubbornly keeping this information to himself. He refuses to bow to the party's wishes.
If you didn't kill him, what are you afraid of?
Well, the kindred that are coming, of course. You should be afraid of them too.
Well, yeah. That's why we should be working together.
Look, I'm on your side. I'm a ghoul. I can help your coterie. I can give you information. I'll be at your side during the salon.
All right. I've got my eye on you, though.
Is there a chance Renauld told you not to talk?
No, Renaud has nothing to do with what's wrong with me.
Something's wrong with you. Okay.
Well, I was shot in the side, as you can see.
Are you going to be able to hide that, by the way? Because we can't have you, walking around like you've been shot.
Well, I'll wince here and there, I'm sure, but I don't think they will care too much. They'll keep their minds on the party.
We're not getting anywhere with that, but okay. What do we do now? He is not giving information, but is willing to help. But at what cost? I feel like the way he's hiding something doesn't sit right with me. Like, I'd rather he spills the beans now than pretend to be friends
And
when we need it.
maybe you hear the beast inside of you saying, "And what are you gonna do about it?"
Yeah, what am I gonna do about it? You're right. Perhaps killing you would be a good idea, but
Kill him, eh? What?
I mean, you're obviously not giving us information that we need.
Well, it's not
No?
pertinent.
It's not pertinent, all right. But if it's not pertinent, how is it that, I mean, it can't be that bad, right?
It just
It's just
doesn't.
a little
It just doesn't
information.
matter. You can think of me as a mentor, maybe an advisor, but just leave it alone.
Yeah, right. I don't know about that, but for now, I guess you leave.
Let's
We'll
not
see
make
for
a bad
later.
situation worse.
Carla,
Michael starts walking
let's
around, kind of peeking through the windows in all of the cars and kind of looking for things inside, maybe like a clue.
um, do you need? I mean, I know you're healing and everything, but I mean, we could still still try to put a bandage on that for you.
Oh no, thank you, young man. The kindred blood will take care of me. I just need time.
Yeah, right. Whatever. Carla is clearly pissed with the dudes, but she's keeping it to herself, but is not on her good side for now. Clearly, the thing is hiding is not insignificant, like you said, at least for her. She needs to know, basically. She wants to know.
Okay, and you hear the beast inside of you once again. And what are you gonna do about it? How are you gonna know?
Hmm.
Are you doing something violent here, or are we ending the flashback? Is my
Oh,
question.
you can hand. The violence might come later. I mean, we'll see. You can hand the flashback if you want.
Very well. The flashback ends, and Simon is walking along with you. You can see him wincing a little every now and again.
Do painkillers still work for you? Drugs, and you're between this state.
Yes, they would still work on me.
Well, why don't you take something, my man? I need you in top form tonight.
Okay, I will find something before the salon starts proper. I appreciate your concern.
Hey, I'm concerned for all of us. You, us. We are in this together.
Well, I'm glad you see it that way. I was worried you'd abandoned me to my fate. I do appreciate the blood.
I'd appreciate a little more, forthrightness, but that's okay. Sometimes we just have to spin a nice story, huh? And that's
Yeah, it's
what we're
just
gonna do tonight.
we tell lies every now and again, don't we?
I prefer to think of them as creative truths.
Ah, well, okay. This injury is just one of my creative truths then.
Oh my god. What am I hearing?
The one who is actually honest as us.
Your
Scream it
response was
out.
so honest.
Oh my god. Okay.
Okay, and as you were completing this security sweep, we'll say you make your way to the rose garden, and that'll bring our final flashback and takes us back to the day before in the rose garden. There are several mortal corpses. They are sprawled around the flowers. As you inspect them, you see that they are the private security guards that the hunters, if Simon is right, killed before storming the haven. Everyone who wishes to can make a wits plus investigation. Difficulty 2.
3 6s.
You have 1 failure. Messy critical. Interesting.
What?
Okay, the two of you had normal successes. You can plainly see that there's a crossbow bolt protruding from one of their necks that took them out from range. And after that, they would have take the rest by surprise. And they got shot as they snuck up upon them. As Ripley is looking at this, they would say that they probably, after this, they snuck up. There's a fire door on the east side of the property that they must have taken, and perhaps that's where they gained entrance. This is the messy critical part of it. Maybe she has that knife out again, and she slices her hand once more in front of Isaiah. Can I get a rouse check?
Failure.
Okay, your hunger goes up once as you absentmindedly slashed yourself with a knife, and
That's gonna get interesting.
Yes, as we would have been searching further among the bodies, you find that one of the corpses, he's masked, he's wearing body armor that is deeply embedded with shrapnel. Despite the clear signs that he was caught in the explosion, you're completely certain that he fell.
Fell as in trip? Or.
No, excuse me, that he died of a fall, not from
Oh,
anything
okay,
else.
okay, okay.
My bad.
No, it's me.
Does this the shrapnel look like it would have been from the pipe bomb?
Yes.
Okay.
Body
So they were
armor
trying to
saved
help. Yeah.
Well,
And
that's a lot of information and nothing at all at the same time. I don't know where to start.
Do they look like they are dead where they fell then, since we're able to kind of piece out that scene? They weren't moved after the fact.
Okay.
yes, he fell and he died exactly where he is.
And the others too, like
Mhm.
They were
Nothing
killed.
was moved. Yeah, it was just all one big rush into the place.
Is
Were
there
these
anything
guards
else we
like
can see?
human?
As you ask that, how about you give me intelligence plus survival? Everyone looking at this hunter's body.
1 success.
I need difficulty 3. Looks like Isaiah has it.
This one,
Carla has it.
no successes.
Okay, so Carla and Isaiah. As you look over the hunter's body and his kit, you can tell that he probably had military or National Guard training. And he's definitely immortal, but he probably isn't a seasoned vampire hunter. And he's not an operative. He's probably not an operative from the Second Inquisition, which I'm not you would know is it's a name that's given to like splinter cells of government agencies that hunt down kindred. They're pretty much the boogeyman to the kindred at this point in history, in times that you live in or
Is
live in.
Samuel out here with us, or is he not?
Yeah, is he seeing this for the first time too?
This is the flashback. This would
Oh
have
yeah,
had.
yeah, he's coming with us.
Okay, so then you would have brought him with you after you questioned him down in the parking lot. So yes, Simon is here.
Okay.
How does he react to all of this?
He is a composed, stoic figure, surveying everything. He's more or less looking at you, seeing what you're going to say, and
Well, I guess we know why they didn't respond then, huh?
yes,
Michael kind of coughs and he looks over at the guy and he's like, seem kind of okay with this, buddy. Like, not even a little bit perturbed.
well, this is the life I was forced into, no different than all of you. I do my job well. That's all I can focus on. I might not be a kindred like the rest of you, but like the rest of you, this life was forced upon me. We were all one and the same in our own way.
Yeah, right. Um,
Was Renauld the kind of guy who like wanted to be with the Camarilla, or was he like the kind of guy who was talking shit behind their back all the time?
He was definitely a member of the Camarilla, probably a high-ranking one.
oh,
Yes, that is a question that could be on your mind. Why does Camarilla have anarch members? That is a fair question you would be asking yourself. As for talking shit, well, Kindred they all play their power games and are all sometimes friends, sometimes enemies. It's all just a big game to all of them.
starting to think that it was just all a trap, or I don't know. Isn't it convenient that there's this murder thing right before a party and we're in the middle of it? Like,
Oh yeah, for
I don't
sure.
want to be paranoid or something, but I feel like it's a trap,
Oh yeah,
a
no,
setup or something. But
it is. Absolutely. Like I believe that we are the easy victims, and somebody who wanted to get rid of Renault is set it up so that we take the fall for them. So the question is, who wanted him dead? Got any ideas, Simon?
Uh, well, as you all know, Renauld had his games he liked to play with people. He could have made all sorts of enemies. I don't think there would be much political advantage to killing him. I'm not sure why anyone would want to do that. He doesn't have an official title in the Camarilla, so they wouldn't have taken that from him. This could have been personal. I don't know. It could have just been, really could just be as it seems. Perhaps these hunters just learned of him and finished him off.
yeah, it would be crazy though.
How would they have known to come here?
That is a fair question. I don't have the answer to that.
Or maybe it was the start to a bigger thing. Like, now we have a room where the anti-bullets windows are no more. And tomorrow we have a party where there will be so many kindreds, high ranked one too. So maybe, yeah, maybe we are like in a trap, but what if it was bigger? What if the goal was to get an entryway to a party and kill every kindred in there?
Uh,
Or am I
no,
seeing
no,
things?
I think you probably see the first emotion on Simon's face. He looks very disturbed by this.
Are you okay?
I hope that doesn't come to pass. His words aren't coming out right.
Yeah, well, whatever the outcome of this, we're in some murky water, but it could be a possibility, right? Like, definitely those are hunters. They're trained. They had information on the place. They knew where to get, and also they knew apparently a secret room. Okay.
Mhm.
That we didn't know about, except for a certain Simon. Are you sure you have nothing else to tell, Simon, by the way? No?
No,
You're
I'm.
still no? Okay. Fine.
Well, so I look up to the balcony
Mhm.
up from the rose garden. What do we need to do to make sure that that doesn't look like you know, isn't that ringing a dinner bell?
We close off the rose garden to the party. No one gets in the rose garden. Can we see the broken windows from another spot, or is it like specific to the rose garden? Like, is it visible?
No, you'd have to be where you're standing at now. So that would be
Okay,
if you close it off. Yeah, no one could see it.
we need to find an excuse why we closed off, but that would be because if we go back to the first flashback, if we start hiding what happened, obviously we will be called out on that, and we will be told that we tamper with evidence and obviously kill. Like, I feel like that's the only outcome for us, but I don't want to jinx it. So Simon, can we close off the garden for the party? Like, can we find an excuses for that?
Well, Renauld was pretty proud of this rose garden. He could just say that he closed it off because he doesn't want anyone to tamper with it, and he would bring people in there by himself for a personal tour when he arrives, if they wish to see it.
Exactly.
That sounds good.
Now you're working with us. Rose garden.
Just to be on the safe side, what we can do is we can get up there, make sure there's no broken glass obviously visible. I mean, if anybody looks close, if they did get out here, it's going to be obvious that the window is gone. But we can close some drapes, put some weights on them so they don't fly open, make sure there's no broken glass left in the frame. So it's not
Yes.
super obvious. Let's not draw the eye.
Excellent idea, actually.
Do the windows open at all, or is it solid? Because there was a balcony, right?
Yeah, the ones that were they're exploded or they're still there.
So I'm just trying to think, like, if we opened them into the room, would it
uh,
appear as though they're simply moved out of the way, or would they?
yeah, I guess it would.
And then if there's any obvious parts, I guess we can try to remove the glass from the frame and just try to make it
Yeah,
appear
that
as though
seems
it's
fine.
maybe simply open.
I mean, it's a vampire's house, so it definitely has drapes. So we'll just make sure that there's some drapes hanging there too.
Yeah, definitely. We'll have to have those drawn for sure.
Windows open, drapes drawn though.
Okay, so we do that.
Yeah. I feel like anyone who looks too deep they have some reason
Suspicious.
to be looking. Yeah. So if we haven't given them the reason and they're looking that deep, why? What do they know? They're showing that they know something.
So we will have to somehow make rounds close to the garden to make sure that no one gets in, but also not too much, so it doesn't get suspicious either that we're going there.
And of course, we gotta get rid of these bodies. Can't leave them here.
Sure, I guess. Yeah, that's the last thing we have to do right before the party. I think.
I
Make
thought
sure
we
it's all pristine.
were saying we were going to leave the evidence intact.
Yeah, but if someone, I mean, you're right, but if someone, can you tell us, in terms of like the barriers, I don't know the gates to the garden, are they opaque or is it like a metal bar and so you can see through the garden even if you're not in there? If you see what I mean, like if it's closed, can you still take a peek and see what's in there?
Yes, but there's a door that leads out there you can close.
And so with the door closed, no one can see the body?
Well, they could probably break into the garden from the outside though,
Oh my god.
because that's pretty much what the hunters did.
It's more about the party goers. Like if one is a bit curious and goes outside and see the garden, even if it's closed, could they see inside, like through the gate or no? That's because if yes, we can't leave the the bodies.
Yes, they probably could see into the outside. It's probably like wooden fences that have those holes in them.
Awesome. So we have to tamper with the evidence based on the gates and all that. I mean, even if we close the garden, they could see inside. And I don't know, man.
Yeah, but these people aren't important. So this changes our story a little bit, right? But it doesn't have to change it completely.
Okay.
These are just humans, right? Camera aren't going to care.
Stack them in a pile and throw a tarp over them? What?
So
I think they might care if it's the Second Inquisition. They're gonna wonder why we didn't move the location of the party.
He's right.
I mean, if the Second Inquisition shows up and kills them all, do we really care?
No, we don't. But if someone finds these and that's evidence that they came, and we simply said nothing, that doesn't look good. They're not going to believe that we had no idea. They're not going to believe that we survived.
Is there a crypt on the premises?
Nope.
Who doesn't have a crypt? But okay, we have to find another place to. Is there can we see those I forgot the word, but little cabin on in the back of gardens where you put your tools, a shed.
Like a garden storage shed?
Yeah.
Oh no,
Is there
another
that?
empty shed.
Oh, this one won't be empty. This one actually had the bodies in it. Yes, there's definitely a tool shed that could accommodate all these corpses.
Okay.
What do you guys think? I mean,
Yeah, we've got to, I think, because it's way too easy then. There's too much area that we'd have to keep people out to avoid them seeing.
okay. I
And I
just
mean,
want to
that
check.
might still be deniable. I mean, these guys murdered him and got away in theory, right? Some of them. And
Yeah.
regardless of who, maybe paid them instead of them being hunters. Both of those are possibilities, but somebody left here alive after killing him. They could have cleaned up the outside. I mean, why wouldn't you, right?
All right. Yeah. Trying to see. No, I have nothing to. But walk. Yeah. So, what's the ultimate decision regarding those dead people?
I think Simon's already
I
dragging
just
the
wish
first
we had
one
enough-
towards the shed as you guys were talking.
Yeah, Simon and Ripley
All right.
like putting them in the shed. You didn't do this. You didn't see anything. Carla, go inside.
Yeah. I'm just looking if I can craft.
Are you looking for an idea, or do you have something you want to do? You're trying to figure out if you're allowed to do it.
I have an idea, but I'm looking if I have the capacity.
No, you can tell me the idea. We can figure it out.
The idea was that they're human, right?
They're human, yes.
Remind me, when they're dead, can a vampire still smell them? Like the blood or something? Is it possible, like, if a vampire pass the garden, they can be like, oh, something's coming from that shed?
Oh, can they smell the blood? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, my idea was that I wanted to see if I had an ability to like cover the smell, because I have one that covers the sounds, which is not useful when they're dead. But I have nothing about covering
Yeah,
the sounds.
all you can do is clean up the blood and put them in the shed.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the only thing. Okay, I wanted to like maybe manage to kind of silence vibe the shed, but more in terms of a smell. But I have nothing for that, so okay.
All right, so the coterie has dragged the bodies of the hunters into the shed, and this is going to bar access to Rose Garden. And that will end the flashback, and that was our final flashback. So now we are free to move forward. And we will say that the rounds have completed. There was nothing, nobody was found, nothing was out of place. Everything has been cleaned up, and we are all back into the main hall. And Simon says, "There's just one thing we have to do now. We have to actually choose the entertainment." Renauld was saving it for last. He's so dramatic sometimes.
Oh no.
I do have. He pulls out a list. We have the Blood Troop. They are a group of kindred acrobats and contortionists. We have Lady Divine. She is a larger-than-a-life singer. She apparently brings bloody tears of joy or sorrow to dead eyes. I have no idea what this is about. And finally, we have Farid Azrak. He will tell a story of Nodus lore.
Not as lore, you say?
Yes, Carla. He's quite big into that religion, the Church of Cain and all that stuff.
That seems like the appropriate choice.
Okay, and he looks at the other two. Are you in agreement?
Whatever they want. I mean, I like acrobats, but
Is
Can we have two
politics
things?
really something we want to bring up at a party? Politics
Yes.
and religion?
actually, it seems very, what's that play? Hamlet, catch the conscience of the king with the play. We
The
can see
first,
who reacts.
the
What
first
would
thing.
Renauld have chosen?
This is a very Renauld thing to pick. That's the first reason I suggested it. Additionally, with the context of the situation, I think we all know it could potentially be enlightening for all.
Yeah, it'll give us something to observe.
Well, Simon goes on, well, we're not always prepared to have a singular entertainer in his salons. They typically, the entertainer wants just to perform solo, but I guess you could try if you wish, which mechanically I would need manipulation, persuasion. We will just contact these people off scene with the phone call. It's all right. So if somebody wants to succeed at a manipulation plus persuasion, difficulty 4, you can have the acrobat and the blood troop, and Farik Azrak.
Okay. Manipulation. And what's the second one? Sorry.
I'm only gonna let one of you roll it, so who's gonna do it?
Okay.
I only have one in manipulation,
All right,
but
you're not making that phone call. No, you have good
I
charisma
have
though.
2 in manipulation.
I mean, I don't think I'm that, committed to it, but okay.
If you want to try. You don't have to do
I
it. You could just shrug
yeah,
your shoulders and walk away from it.
yeah, no, it's fine. We can just have the guy reading the novice story. I'm good with it.
I mean,
It's like acrobats.
it's probably a good point that we probably should have more than one source of entertainment.
Yeah.
That does
Okay.
make sense.
So it's
Let's keep people busy.
manipulation
Yeah.
plus what?
So you've won Ripley over. They want to make the roll.
Yeah.
It was manipulation plus persuasion.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is definitely what I do.
Yep, you're definitely that type of character.
Yeah. Who do I need to convince though? Is it the novice guy?
It would be the blood troop.
Oh, okay.
4.
4
Okay.
successes.
We will say the phone call happened, and Simon's like, "Well, it's quite irregular, but it looks like you guys pulled it off. We will have the blood troop and for Farid Azrak. Should be an interesting night."
Yes, perhaps we can schedule them for different times. Send people home with a bedtime story.
Or, give people a break between. How big is this house? We could probably even have them like entertaining in different rooms.
Yes, it's a pretty big manor. It's built in modern times, but it's been made to look like a Victorian mansion.
Nice.
As you were having this conversation, you do hear the motor of a vehicle outside.
Oh,
Somebody has clearly arrived.
Are we
Well-
already expecting people?
And no, the party has not started.
Simon,
No.
why don't you go check that out?
Okay, Simon goes to, he nods his assent, he goes to the door, but it opens up. Somebody had the keys and walked inside. It is a woman. She's in her early 30s, or appears to be in her early 30s, obviously. She has very sharp features. She has high cheekbones, defined jawline, and she's clearly not smiling as she looks at the party. She sort of sleeps into the place as if she owns everything, and there are with her, there are 8 mortals with her. They're wearing very revealing clothing. They're the blood dolls that she is bringing in.
Okay. This is promising.
You would have seen her, but I don't know maybe what your level of familiarity with her. But you know, Shireen Kadi.
were we
She's,
expecting her early?
I don't think you would know because
Okay,
all this is going to be handled by Renauld, but now you're handling it.
Right. Well, is this like the buffet though?
Yes, these are the
Okay.
mortals that will be fed upon.
Gotcha.
They're all very attractive people wearing revealing clothing, a mix of male and female.
Okay. Where do we set them? They seem to be early, right? I don't say that in front of the woman. Kind of whisper it to the rest of the coterie. Like, what do we
Be
do?
like, well, you usually lay the food out before the party's, started, right? So
Yeah, as
Makes
you
Okay.
guys are talking, she's already moving them into the dining room. She
Oh
hasn't
well.
even she hasn't not even like acknowledged your presence, even though she clearly would have had to have seen you.
You're welcome, lady. Apparently, she knows the place, so
Perhaps she's handling the catering.
Exactly.
okay. Well, we'll let her to her venture or something.
She emerges from the dining room and she now looks at the coterie and she says, "Well, hello, everyone.
Hello. We're going to
Is
be handling some stuff tonight. Is there anything that you need from us?
oh, I would like to talk to Renauld.
Oh, he's indisposed at the moment.
Is he in his room? May I go up?"
He basically left everything with us. He wants us to handle it. This is our prove ourselves moment.
He left it with you? Why would he do that? I mean, no offense, but none of you know what running a party takes.
Yeah, that's what I said. So yeah, if you could, help me out here. What can I do to make things good for you and all of that?
You're those anarchs, right?
Well, we're not trying to be.
This is a Camarilla party. It's very irregular that he has you here at all.
We're just lost little children.
Please
Trying to
forgive
come in
us
from the
for
goal.
please forgive us for our impertinence. I have I understand how irregular this is, but Renauld doesn't see fit to fill me in on his plans. He simply instructed us to run the party as scheduled.
Oh, I get it. This is some kind of game he's playing, huh?
I'm certain.
Hmm. And if she looks all of you very hard in the eye when she says that, can I have charisma plus subterfuge from everyone?
Oh, I'm ready.
I'm only going to require one success, despite everyone rolling it, so don't worry. Or one character succeeding. It's difficulty two.
I've got several successes.
Okay, looks like we got a bunch of
Nice.
successes. And she shrugs and looks like the game. She believes it is a game of some sort. Was that Misty critical? Uh-oh, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Back
wait a
it
minute.
up. Back it up.
She
Oh
cleans her
dear.
glasses and she sees more.
She almost see we have options are gain one or more stains, masquerade breach, lose advantage dot, or fail test. She kind of looks at the party very hard and her eyes linger upon Ripley. A game, huh? Aren't you that liar? Don't you lie a lot? Pretty sure I heard Renauld say you are a liar.
Oh, really? Oh, that's cool. I'm just, I'm just really hungry and your your stuff looks really good. That's,
Hmm. Well, that is for
that's
the
what it
party.
is.
Keep your fangs off these people.
I will. I will.
You can go hunt in the alleyway somewhere.
Michael kind of clears his throat and steps up and he goes, Madam, we've just been instructed to help in whatever way we can. What can we help you with?
Hmm. Well, it's kind of embarrassing for Renauld and I. We're an item. We often lay together in his coffins upstairs. I would like to find a proper blood doll for him that he would appreciate as a romantic gift. Can you help me with that?
Oh my god.
Michael gives her the sleaziest smile that he can. Just, oh, I'm sure any of these lovely things would do. They're all perfect specimens.
No, no, no. Those are for the party. I think Renauld, he might have told you maybe something special that he wants. And you are his underlings, aren't you? His servants.
Um,
Yes, Carla, do you have a problem? I see you grimacing at me.
well, we may be his servant, as you say, but since he didn't bother to tell us much about what we have to do here, just hold the party. You can bet that he didn't give us any other information about a special gift or whatever. So you may want to be more precise.
Oh, never mind. She raised her hand. You can't help me. And she walks off
Oh my god.
towards the dining room where she put the blood dolls at, leaving you out there.
Well, assuming Simon's still gone, I'm gonna kind of bring everybody in for a quick little huddle. Just for the record, I think Simon is absolutely lying. I just don't know about how much. He could be lying about everything or half of it.
Yeah, you're right. I agree. This is a slick liar, but maybe, however, it could help us on that the thing that came in the living room, the woman. Maybe he knows what she means about this special gift. I feel what I mean is that if she was bedding Roland, she might be one of our worst, I would say, enemies. She's probably the one who knows the. She's probably one of the people who knows the manor the best, the place the best, and so she will definitely try to go where she shouldn't go to find
Sure,
answer.
but
I have a bad feeling about her.
she may have also been part of this, so she might be testing our knowledge.
You're right. I didn't consider that.
One thing that we should do for sure, unfortunately, I think, is keep Simon alive. How weird does it look if Renauld and Simon are both gone? I think we should have Simon for appearances, but I 100%, I would say I know he's lying. And to be truthful, it's simply a matter of how thorough they were. I highly doubt they'd let him just hobble off.
You're right.
Could we?
So we let him live.
He probably got a deal because he snitched.
Yeah, I don't trust him. But the idea of if they were hunters, then they'd let him live because he's human still. Track him down. But I really don't think that's the thing. I think he got taken out by somebody.
Okay.
So Ripley has a blood bond with Simon at this point, right? Like he drank her blood, his blood, her blood, their blood.
Yeah.
Do we want to improve on that bond? Maybe make him a little bit more flexible with us?
How does that work, Storyteller?
See, I wasn't sure in the case of Simon. I guess it would be your goal now, I suppose.
Yeah. Can I make him more beholden to me?
You could, yes. I just wasn't sure how it worked with the substitute goal because he was technically Renald's and you fed him. I'm not sure if that changes him. It wasn't really given. That information was not really given to me, but I will play with this story if you want to go along with it.
The only thing that would make me think that would work is because Renault's dead. I have no mechanical sense of that, but just like logically for me, I feel like it would be too easy to free yourself from a vampire by just feeding off of, right, having another vampire help you. So I think like maybe him being dead might factor into why it would work.
How about we say maybe it just took a little time and now perhaps he's eyeing Ripley with a little more respect and openness. And we'll say that Simon followed Serena Kadi into the dining room, so that's where he is.
How's everybody feeling blood-wise?
I feel like we just failed a test, and I feel like I'm really hungry. But we can't think about that right now.
We should. We should, though. It can be highly distracting, and we need to be on our A game.
Well, how are the rest of you doing?
I don't like any of this.
I could eat.
I'm a little peckish myself.
Okay, there are a few hours before the party starts proper. You could all attempt to feed, and you could go along with your plan to question Simon again.
However, I do think I have some housekeeping to do here. So I'm just going to have to come out with it. I'll just be like, so I don't feed on mortals. And I know it may come as a surprise to some of you. It's that they disgust me. Renauld used to make me do quite embarrassing things that I shan't mention here in exchange for some of his, if you catch my drift.
Okay.
And Carla, as the storyteller would have pointed out to you, your sire, she did teach you things. And, as a Tremere, other kindred can taste your blood and not gain the blood bond. Just to set the scene in your head right there. And you could do what you want with that information.
Well, she's kind of thinking. I may have a solution for you, if that's if you're looking to feed. I may be a good sport about it. I can help if you want to. No obligation, but
Please.
I can help. Sure. The better we are now, the best the outcome might be. Not sure though. Maybe we will all die. Who knows? Anyway, do we roll?
No, you can. He will simply feed off your wrist, I suppose, and you can give him, I guess, what, 1 blood point. You give him 1 for 1 of your hunger.
Okay.
All right. I've only got 1 hunger, so I'll knock that one out.
Okay, and then you go up 1 hunger, Carla.
Yep.
Remember, your way of feeding is way easier than his, so this could be better. It could pay off. You never know.
All right. I went up 1 hunger.
As always, if there's anything you need from me.
The Book of Night. Okay.
Hey, it's yours if we survive this night.
Yeah, right. Right. If we survive, that's the big question. All right. As in here, do anybody else needs kindred blood, or
No,
I'm feeling generous?
it's weird.
How come?
Yeah, but you should take care of you, and
Yeah,
care
you're
of me.
right.
And Isaiah, if you're good now, why don't you keep an eye on Simon and the lovely lady and make sure they don't, do anything freaky. How are you doing, Michael?
Well, I also have a bit of an issue. I have rarefied tastes. The Ventrue have a very specific feeding pattern that they have to follow. I need to find somebody of a political stature so that I can feed.
Ooh. Storyteller, does that work for like kindred political figures as well, or?
No, it would be for everyone, I think, because it's supernatural vein. So yes, let's wonder if you're a politician, or I don't think you can help him.
I mean, can we just like pick up a bailiff somewhere? Does that count?
Do we want to start kidnapping local figures? I don't know. That seems a little bit. You
It's
may
gonna
just
start
have to.
snowballing.
You may just have to lump it, Michael. I'm sorry.
I mean, technically, I have a retainer. Technically, that's a title.
Yeah, you can call in Terry and feed off him if you want to.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, so I guess I pull out a cell phone and I start making calls and decide to meet up with Terry like down the block or something. I don't know.
Okay, and I'll allow this, and you take 1 blood off Terry.
Just in an alleyway somewhere.
Yeah.
Just like regular politicians, right?
Yeah, there you go. Except it's not blood money, it's just blood.
Terry's a little woozy, but he gets in the car and he drives off, and Terry is now unusable for the rest of the scenario. Because he only have 1 dot on him. That wasn't too bad of a use for him, though.
Okay.
Carla.
Well, I don't have specifics, so
You're set up in I believe a university. You still work there. People don't know that you're undead because you're still in your normal, your normal lifetime. I believe you have a herd that could be maybe students in your class that you tutor or something.
I will tutor them in the library because there's never anybody in the library. So that's a good spot to tutor, as you say. But yeah, good idea. I actually
Quick question though. Would Renauld be the kind of guy who'd keep blood around in like packs, or does he think he's too good for that?
Yeah, he doesn't have any blood bags around, I would say.
Damn.
He's a high stature. He can just do anything he wants for the most part, or could. He doesn't need to settle for blood bags. Okay, Carla, you restore 1 hunger, and your herd is now unusable for the rest of the scenario.
Okay.
Yes.
I can remove the anger.
Ripley slips off to the club, but is basically going to be in contact with Carla because is not leaving Carla alone. Other than this, at the house, Carla can't be alone.
I mean, I can lie a bit, but there's a high chance that it won't work.
Well, I imagine you would have left at the same time, and Isaiah's still there, and Michael just went down the street and back. So So you went to your nightclub, I guess.
Yep.
You have 3 dots hurt, so you can take 3 hunger.
Oh, good. That'll clear off my hunger.
They're all unusable now. All right, we got all of our mechanics out of the way, which I'm glad we got to play with those so we can see how they work. I could assist on a scene usually, but for this one, I just kind of let it roll because we gotta get the party in. It is now a couple hours have gone by as the coterie has fed. You still have Simon. Do you wish to speak to Simon? Sorry, I don't want to skip that.
Oh, yes.
Okay, then we will say it's maybe a half an hour before the party's to begin. And then, how are you going to question Simon?
All right, Simon. Chips are down. We need to know what you know.
It's kind of embarrassing. Can we talk maybe in one of the side rooms?
Mm-hmm.
Just with you, Ripley, please.
Okay.
All right, and he will lead Ripley off to a side room. And look, it's not really a big deal. I was just afraid, so I took the gun and I shot myself to make it look like they hurt me. You're making a much bigger deal out of it than it needs to be. I wasn't expecting you to even care. I apologize.
Did you even need blood then? Or
Yeah,
did
I
you do
was
a really bad job?
I was legitimately going to die if you didn't feed me
Why would you do that?
because I needed it to look real. I mean,
Yeah,
you all clearly thought I did it.
but if you didn't, if you were just afraid and ran, is that what you're saying happened?
Yes, that's 100% what happened. Look, okay, maybe I made an error in judgment. I'm sorry.
What's your real loyalty to? Was it to him?
Well, now that Renauld is dead, you have fed me. I guess my loyalty's now to you and the coterie. I don't know how much you know about ghouls, but this doesn't go away. I now have an addiction to vampire blood the rest of my life. I need a supplier. I will be the mentor advisor to the coterie if you will give me that.
Do I believe what he's telling me? Storyteller.
Yes, I will make you roll. I will just say yes. You can tell that he's being honest. So I don't want this to spiral into a red herring.
All right. All right. Well, that makes me feel a little better.
Well, I'm glad you understand. And he quickly gets out of the room, back to the main hall.
I'll grab the others away,
Okay.
away from prying ears before other people arrive and let them know. It's just a freaking coward. That's all. He shot himself
Oh, that's great.
and did a bad job at it, obviously, because he was actually going to die.
Oh my God.
Definitely not
We're
something
in,
I would have done, but
we're in so much trouble. Oh my God. Does he know anything else
no,
that we could use though?
he doesn't, and it's sort of good
Okay. Okay.
because it's fine. If he's a coward, that's just good information to have. He's not going to be there when the chips are down, but
Okay.
I don't think that he thinks we did it either. So we don't have the kind of
Well,
resources to hire the people. He saw them.
okay, so we can somewhat count on him. I guess. Not too
Yeah.
much, but we can count on him. Okay. Well, we're at what, 30 minutes from the start? Is there
If you would like to do any final thing, you may. Otherwise, the party will begin.
okay, we agree on the story. Renault is somewhere. He wants to appear later. If his garden is closed, it's because he wants to do tour of it when he will be there.
Yeah, he doesn't want people fingering his precious flowers, without his
Yeah. He
oversight.
didn't give us too much information. We just know that we have to make sure the party goes well.
Mhm.
Anything else you guys are thinking about? I mean, I won't stay by myself, so I hope I will be fine, but you never know.
I think if push comes to shove, it's just we're following Renault's orders and we can't disobey Renault's orders. That is the fallback for everything.
Okay. We're good little sheeps. Okay? That works. For a survival, that works. All right.
Okay. The half an hour is up. The party in the salon is now upon us. And you definitely hear the commotion outside. And guests begin to arrive in small groups. They disembark from luxurious vehicles before the mansion's covered portico. They all are wearing couture gowns and accessories. One of the guests even has a jaguar by his side, and they all begin to enter in.
Oh, kitty.
A jaguar. What the
Ye-
hell?
Yep.
That's definitely a party, I guess.
Yeah, there's no leash or anything. It's just walking beside him.
Oh, okay, okay. That's
It, would-
great.
it would definitely catch the eye, I would imagine.
Oh, I'm not feeling it, but what do we do? So I know I'm staying with Ripley, if I'm right.
Yes.
Okay. So how do we proceed? Should we split up or we stay in team of 4? Like, what's the best? I know in our movie it's not a good idea to split up, but this space is huge, and we have to find, clues. She kind of whisper, but try to make it not too obvious to the party goer and the jaguar.
Yeah, I think it's best if we all continue to mingle.
Okay.
I I guess this is more of a keeper question. Do we have like an itinerary of what the party is? Like when's dinner, when's the entertainment?
You do not.
Okay.
You are left
Um,
holding the bag.
when did I tell the entertainers to be there then? I guess is the real question.
I guess that would just be up to you and tell them when to perform.
I
You
suppose maybe like an hour into the party. I suppose they should be beginning to perform, so maybe they'll arrive a little bit before that. I'm hoping. Um, I think the purpose would be to allow some mingling time prior to the entertainment, or the first
Yeah,
half of the
yeah,
entertainment,
that's a great idea.
and then from then, I suppose. I mean, I didn't make the dinner plan, so I suppose whenever. What was her name? Madam
Serene Cotty.
Cotty.
Yep.
After that, I guess we have the storyteller guy as well in our pocket.
Yes.
I would imagine maybe he would be like a maybe even a mid dinner entertainment or something. Some people could listen to him, or maybe afterward.
Yes, during dessert or something. So we have to mingle a bit, and
Yeah, we have to greet everybody. Make them feel
yeah,
welcome.
yeah. And when the first entertainment is there, we can decide who gets to wander around to find clues. I'm feeling like there should always be at least one of us around the guest, just to show that we're here and things like that. But for now, we mingle with them, so we all stay in the same room. I would say in the same vicinity. Perhaps we might even find clues in there. I don't know.
Yeah, so everyone keep your ears open for any interesting conversation.
All right, you're all standing out in the great hall. There are multiple kindred wandering around. Some of them are going into side rooms. You see Simon, he's talking to him, engaging in little small bits of conversation.
He's talking to someone, you said, right?
Yeah, he's talking to a woman, maybe in her early 20s. Her skin is very pale. She has very long black hair. She's wearing a very beautiful gown. She's talking to Simon.
Can we kind of guess, how can I say, not the conversation, but like I would say the spirit of the conversation, like does it seems stress, or are they like casually talking, it's like, can we get the vibe, I
Yeah,
would
they're
say.
it's just a casual exchange.
Okay, nothing. Still remembered the
Then
young woman with black hair.
then the woman walks off, and Simon's standing
Okay.
there alone, and he's
I
he
walk
makes
to him.
eyes. Okay,
I walk to him. So, Simon, who's that?
that was
Who was that? Let's say.
that was Diana the Chase.
Diana the Chase. Okay. Someone
Hmm.
important, perhaps.
Yeah, Renauld told me she was embraced by an unusually generous Banu Hakim. She was his ghoul for many years, but he allowed her to transition to her true gender and wrap up her mortal affairs, and she became a kindred under him.
The Banu Hakim, you said.
Yes, that's another kindred clan. I
We agreed that player to storyteller that Carla has a tremors. Know the beef with the Banu Hakim.
Yes, your sire was pretty good to you in the time that she was spent with you, but then she just kind of disappeared one day. So she taught you many things, and yes, you know about the Banu Hakim, and they have the problems with the Tremere.
This is great. So not only am I stuck in a weird party, but there's Banu Hakim around. Okay, I should have guessed that, but Diana the Shah, she said, before I wander about. Is there anything else that is interesting about that person? For our little investigation.
Well, I would be wary around her. She has become a close confidant of the prince, and many people think she'd become the next seneschal.
I love everyone here. Okay. Good talk. Good talk. And Carla, just go back to the coterie if
Oh,
they're
wait,
still together.
hold on, Carla, because I'm sticking close to you, so I'm there with.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I was so enthralled by the Banu Akim things that forgot
Yeah,
I had a babysitter.
Simon, anybody else you want to point out to us? Who's here?
Well, if you look over in the corner, you see a middle-aged man with the bald head over there and a long black beard. That is Farid Azrak. I believe you chose him to be one of your entertainers to tell his story.
Oh yeah.
Out here, I also see, I believe that's Hanan Mir, and he points her out to you. She's a woman she appears to be in her early 20s, long brown hair. She's wearing a very fancy overcoat over top of her fancy gown. She's I believe she's one of the Tremere. Renauld hasn't told me too much about her, but I know she has a problem with Serene Kadi.
With Serene Kadi, why?
Oh, these kids are always playing their games of who has what role. I don't really understand.
So it's personal between them,
It
not.
appears to be.
Okay. If she's Tremere, what does she think about the fact that we're also hosting a Banu Hakim?
I would doubt she would care. She's a fairly old kindred, secure in herself. She can handle herself.
Okay, good to know.
All right. If you get any more information, please do share, so we don't,
Well, the rest
Yeah.
seem to have wandered off to the green room and the blue room. I don't know.
Yeah, if you see anybody who you didn't expect to see at a Renault party, let us know that for sure.
Yeah. Oh, this is great. This is great.
All right, let's go get Farid Azrak settled, shall we, Carla?
Yeah, sure.
And I don't want to forget the other two. Are you going with them or are you doing something else?
I kind of think we should break off since we have groups of party goers just
Okay.
splitting off. You said blue room and green room. I'll check out this blue room, maybe.
Okay. And Michael?
I think Michael would probably be kind of walking around rubbing elbows with anybody he thought might be of influence or sort of look like an important person.
Okay, 1 second.
Can you just give me the name of the Nud storyteller, please?
Farid Azrak.
And another note, but that's just me not hearing the accent, but it's Simon or Solomon, like the fish.
Nope, Simon
Okay,
Al-Masri.
I've been calling like the fish since the beginning of the...
I believe it quite literally means the Egyptian. Simon
Okay.
Al-Masri, yes, the Egyptian. I did have to look this
Well.
stuff up because these names, I was like, oh my god, over my head.
Yeah, I didn't hear. I thought it was called fish. So, but it's fine.
I mean, she can call him a fish in her head if she wants. It's her.
Right?
Call us salmon all you want.
Yeah. I was like, that's original, I guess.
Okay,
Okay.
we'll go back to Micah, who was wandering around, and he bumps into the man with the jaguar. Says, "Oh, it's one of you, one of his servants, huh?"
Michael just pastes on his best smile. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, sir. What can I do for you tonight? You seem to be enjoying the festivities.
Well, Renault does throw amazing parties.
He certainly does. And to whom do I have the pleasure of meeting?
I am Robert DeSalle. I am the primogene of the Toreador around here. And if you don't know what that means, Anarch, that means I am the leader of the clan in this city.
That must be an absolutely fascinating position.
Oh,
Would you-
it's rather boring, honestly.
Goodness, I'd love to hear more about it if you wouldn't mind sharing.
And what would you like to know specifically? Oh, and excuse me, he's a very good-looking man. He's very fashionable. He has brown curly hair and eyes, and he's probably maybe about 6 foot tall.
I'd love to know what your daily tasks include. As a newer initiate to the camera, I'd love to know anything I can, honestly.
Well, I don't believe you are a member of the Camarilla. You're an anarch.
Well, that is a debate that we could potentially have, but
We used to claim every kindred regardless of their opinion on things, but these days we have closed ranks. We let I apologize, but the lower ranks out. You would have to prove yourself these nights to be Camarilla. Have
and
you
how
any have you anything to offer? That would be how.
hmm, I have some political connections within the city. On the mortal level, I could potentially make those connections useful to you.
Interesting. I don't know, perhaps I will keep you in mind. Do you know where Renauld is? Is he perhaps in his rose garden being dramatic?
We have not been given that information. Uh, Master Renauld has decided that he would like to have this evening be a bit of a surprise for everyone.
Oh, he's playing one of his games, is he?
That would be a gentle way to put it, yes.
Gentle, eh? So yeah, I suppose you wouldn't mind if I went out there and looked in the rose garden?
Master Renault has very firmly forbidden anyone from entering the Rose Garden tonight on the premise of the roses being uh, quite important to him.
Huh, I see. I suppose the game will take place out there. Very well. I'll allow his ruse to continue.
He smiles again and just nods. I wouldn't pretend to know Master Renault's mind.
Well, you have a nice night. And he walks off, totally not answering your question about the primogen. And you do feel snubbed.
Nico kind of grumbles and wanders away into the blue room.
And that will bring us to where Isaiah went to, right? I think he said playroom.
That's right.
Okay. All right. You find in there, in the blue room, there's a bunch of artwork and fancy statues. You're meant to view all this stuff. It's very pretentious. I'm sure your character would find with his hot topic leanings. And you find an incredibly beautiful young woman in her early 20s. She has long hair, and her features, they seem almost perfect. She has not noticed you yet. She has not noticed you. She's looking
Okay.
at a picture.
I slowly walk into the room, trying to be quiet, but not like in a stealthy manner, just trying to like a library manner. And I'll pretend to be perusing the art as well.
I think she slowly but surely recognizes you. That you're there, should I say. I don't, she knows who you are. And I don't believe I've seen you before, she says.
No, I don't believe so. I think I would remember meeting someone as charming as you.
How much do you think these paintings cost?
Ungodly fortunes, I'm sure. Amounts of
Hmm.
money that I would never even dream of being able to wield the power of. To tell you the truth, I've always wanted to come in this room and take a gander. Renauld never let me, but I'll
Well,
abuse the privilege tonight.
that's very wise of you. She from her dress somewhere, she pulls out a huge wad of cash. It's maybe $1,000 in there. She's like, maybe I can give you this for one of these paintings.
Oh, I wouldn't. I wouldn't assume to be able to be the merchant of these fine works. I'm sure they all mean something to Renauld until they don't. You know how he is.
She's like, not even that vase over there. She's like, how about that? Can I buy that?
Well, I'm sure you could buy many, many things, um, but me, a mere underling, I wouldn't dare to presume to be the, I suppose, God, I can't even think of the word, to be the art dealer in this scenario.
Well, you're no fun. And she pulls out a bag of diamonds. How about this? I up my price. I want that painting for this bag of diamonds.
There was a time I think that that offer would have been irrefusable. However, seeing as how we're in here and rest of the parties out there, what do you think if we were to auction some of these? How do you think that would go?
Well, I'm sure you can figure that out.
It'd be interesting to see what Renauld has for planned for tonight. To be completely honest, he's kept all of us in the dark. He's having a bit of fun, all pawns and his mini games.
Speaking of fun, you're no fun. Jeez, I could have given these diamonds to anyone. They would have done anything I wanted.
Well, suppose, if I'm being completely honest, it's because I still quite fear your people, the Camarilla, that is.
Oh, you're afraid. Why are you afraid? Do you have something to hide, Anarch?
No, I just feel as though there's nowhere I can go that would escape your influence.
Oh, that's true. You're smart enough to know that.
So if a pawn moves like a pawn, there's no concern now, is there?
I suppose not. She puts the money in the bag of diamonds away.
Well, I suppose I'll leave you in peace. Please be
Hmm.
sure to make yourself abundantly at home.
Oh, I will. She smiles and you can see her fangs. And now we can go back to Carla and Ripley, and all right, we can say that Farid is somewhere in the Great Hall. He's standing in the corner somewhere, looking over his notes. The two of you approach him. He doesn't notice you yet.
Hello.
Hello,
Oh,
sir.
well, hello. I believe one of you selected me to be the entertainment.
Yes,
Yes.
you're Sarita's wreck. Carla here is very, very interested in your work.
That is
And
fantastic.
yeah, so am I. I mean, I did a stint of comparative religion before all of this, so
Oh, you studied religion. Wow, this is a great party so far. Can I ask you a question?
sure.
I don't expect you to know the answer, but just give me what comes to your head. What were Kane's major lessons from his experience in the first city?
I have no idea, and that's why we have you here, because you are going to enlighten us. Oh, Carla might know.
Ah,
I studied human religion, and
I see.
the only thing they say about Cain is that they kicked him out to the desert.
Well, Carla, some seek to elevate Lilith on par with Kane. Do you believe that's justified?
It's I think we could talk hours about it. She's thinking deeply, rubbing her chin. Well, I don't think it's unjustified, but I feel like if it were to happen, it would change everything, and I also feel that sometimes things shouldn't change. I don't know. What's your opinion on this? Actually, you're the one who know best. I mean, I'm just a scholar. I want to know everything, but in a way, there's so little time, and sometimes information are hard to come by. So you being here tonight is like a blessing for me. So, your opinion on Lilith?
Well, I would rather not give my opinion. I'm just probing you to see what you feel of my Nada's faith. I was mostly just worried that you would think it's all a joke.
Oh
No,
no,
I think
I'm very
no.
interested.
I
But
see.
I don't think
honestly,
so.
even if some of the people here think it's just stories, they're good stories. I mean, I like stories.
Have any of you ever seen a book of Nod? You seem to be
Have you?
fascinated.
Have you seen one?
Well, I've seen many. I'm asking if you've seen one. You seem to be interested. You must have learned this stuff from somewhere.
Oh, well, she's
She.
from there, so that's how that goes. They are all about all of the knowledges.
Hmm.
We actually came over though to make sure that you were settled. So let's go over on into this room here, and we can show you where we think is the best place. You can give me any feedback if you want. But let's see, if this seems like a good place for you to perform from, and then we can talk about.
Oh, I
Uh,
want to perform out here in the Great Hall. Everyone
oh,
gathered
okay,
around, hearing my stories like the old days.
that's fine. That's fine.
On the side, Carla is deep in thought, thinking whether she should say she has seen the book or not, or at least a version of it. But can she roll something to? How can I say? I want to say that she feels weird after his book of not questioned, and can she
You trying to hide
roll?
you trying to hide your intentions or trying to hide that you know something? Is that what you're saying?
I know more about him, like to see if he's hiding something or if he's
Ah,
trying to pierce something out of me. I don't know.
this
I feel strange about him
that would
after that question.
probably that would probably be wits plus insight.
Okay,
Sounds the closest
let
to
me
psychology I
check.
can think of.
Yeah, above the
Uh,
table, this is exactly why Ripley is with you. That's why I interjected.
yeah, yeah. I understood when I was cut. I was like, yeah, I shouldn't say that.
The temptation.
Okay. I would have had been alone. I would have told him, yes, there's one in this manor actually, but yeah. 4 and anger 1. What difficulty?
I'll make it 2. He's not.
Okay.
He's
This
being
bug is
he's being
great.
fairly open right now. He's not feeling that he needs to.
I have success.
You have what? 3 plus you have a margin of 1. Yeah, he's not probing you. He was just generally curious. He seems to be very open.
Okay.
At least at this encounter, he's very open and curious, just trying to profess his faith to someone that seems interested.
Okay, so he's a true believer and things like that. Okay, so I still keep it to myself that I've seen one. I don't answer the question because Replay kind of changed the conversation, so there's no point in giving too much information for now. So I just said nothing. I just smile.
Yeah, we could say you were thinking that over while she was changing the subject, and he said he
Yeah.
wanted to perform out in the Great Hall, and that's where we're at.
Yeah, the Great Hall is it's great, as the name says. So I guess we'll do that. Anything else we can do for you, perhaps?
No, just a genuine interest is all I ever want from anyone, and you've already given me that. It's a blessing.
Yeah, you at least have my interest, but I'm sure the crowd, at least some people in the crowd, will be interested. And non-believers sometimes they just need a little nudge, perhaps. But I'll be glad to talk with you
Hmm.
later on.
I feel you and I are in the same wavelength, Carla.
Right, I know, right? We can share some knowledge later. I'm sure you have things to tell me, and I wouldn't like pretend I know things too, but we have things to share. So great hole for you. Anything you need, we're here for you.
Yep, the buffet is open, and yeah, you feel free to set your own schedule if you like. We do have another act in the other room that we'll be performing, so you guys can space each other if you like. Probably don't want to talk the entire night. Give people a little break, keep them interested.
Whatever you feel is best. This is your party.
I think little breaks works. So even for you, and yeah, we'll just see how it goes. But kind of starting to wander off a bit confused. Carla is a bit confused right now for some reason.
All right, as you are wondering, I'm confused. You hear on the Great Hall, a vase has hit the ground and smashed.
Oh boy, I kind of scudder to
Who
that
did
place.
that? Yeah.
What can we see now that?
Yes, you see a very tall man, if indeed a man he is, because his ears are very long and they're sharp. His nose is also very long and sharp. He's completely bald-headed. His skin is gray colored. All along his face, there are scars everywhere.
That's a Nosferatu, is it not?
Yes.
I kind of mutter to myself.
Yes. I was waiting to see if
Okay.
anyone would know, and yes, it is a Nosferatu.
And
Is it?
he broke the vase. Is he the vase? Vase?
Yeah,
I don't
vase or
know how.
vase. It's correct either way,
Okay.
vase or vase.
Is he standing next to it?
He is like stumbling around.
Are you okay, sir?
Of course I'm okay. What is your problem?
My problem is that the vase.
And this man is being very loud, so the others can hear it if they wish, and they don't have to be out of the scene.
Okay, we have to do something about it. I said to Replay, like
Yeah.
not too much attention, and
You're not one of
that
those
dude.
thin bloods, are you?
What do you have against Tinboots?
Well,
Anyway, no.
Well, I hate them almost as much as I hate Tremere.
Oh, that's great. Awesome.
Okay.
I'll just clean up the vase.
Hold
Don't
on.
worry. I have it.
Okay.
Don't worry.
I'm not
Fan.
I'm not one for fight. I say to myself, not too loud, but
He looks at Ripley and he says, "Do you want to have a mutual blood bonding?
No.
You don't want to
Why
have
would
blood
I want
bonding?
that?
We
Why
we
would
could be together forever."
what the?
Are you drunk?
No.
Oh my god!
That
What
And
is
if
going
and
on?
if I am, it's something wrong with the blood here. Did you make me drunk? He's wobbling around.
I think you need to sit down. Come on, let's sit you down. Ugh, I don't want to be you when Renault finds out his vase is broken.
You bring Renauld here and I'll tell him myself. I broke the vase, and he's yelling out in the Great Hall.
I think everyone can hear you. It's totally fine. Why don't you continue to enjoy the festivities, sir? Please make yourself amply at home.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna try and lead this man to a couch. Sit him down.
And he points at Carla. You clearly are Tremere. Tremere should all die.
Why do you think that?
their blood. It's something wrong with it, just like thin bloods. It should be purged.
Yeah, well, there's something wrong with your face. So, I mean,
I'm an
look at
Michael
him.
Nosferatu.
starts
I
to
don't-
kind of choke and like gently puts a hand on the Nosferatu's shoulder, like, "Sir, let's go to a quieter place. This is not where you would like to be.
I am
We
the
don't
scourge
need
of
to,
the city. I
Is
hunt
this a friend
down.
of Renauld? What the hell?
Oh, did he
had-
just say he's
Okay.
the
He
scourge?
kind of leans in and whispers in his ear, "We don't need to be around these people," and kind of guides him slowly towards the blue room.
I protect these people. And he's like just moving along.
Did we know what that is, storyteller?
Can I Simon?
Is his name Alexi?
His name is absolutely Alexi.
God damn it! I hate this guy. Apparently,
What a
My-
dick.
Well,
my
We
character
too
sheet
now.
says he's my adversary.
You might not be
oh,
aware.
great.
Some of those adversaries, I don't think you're actually aware of that. Maybe you heard that he thinks you're a thin blood.
All right. Well, I guess he was really rubbing me the wrong way with this whole vase thing,
I like
and
how
I'd be
you
like,
snark
"All
at
right,
that out.
enough from you, long ears."
You're also
So-
insensitive. I'm just a Nosferatu.
Oh, you're beautiful. It's fine.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
So
and,
who-
Michael is awkwardly leading this person, shoving him in one of the rooms.
Okay.
Yeah.
And no,
so
you
down-
probably don't know what a
down,
scourge is.
Isaiah, are you going to pick that up? Because I need to go mind Carla. She's wandering off again.
It's
Runs after Carla.
like, psst, over here.
I hate everyone here. It's first we have so she's kind of mumbling to herself, but we have Bahuakim. Now we have that things. Who breaks a vase? Cannot pronounce this word. What's next? What's next? Honestly.
As you ask that, you hear the roar, the jaguar.
Oh my god. Now the kitty cat is having a tantrum.
Ooh,
Oh my
ooh.
god.
I want to go see the kitty. Is it attacking someone? That sounds exciting.
It's coming somewhere from the east room.
Okay, I'm following Ripley. I mean,
Yeah. So
the further away from the Nosferatu, the better.
You see a couple of the guests, they flee the room as the jaguar is running around in there.
Yeah, well, that's what you get when you take a wild animal and use it as a pet. Animal should be in the wild. Oh my god.
It's running around in there. It's knocked a couple statues over.
oh, hey kitty. Oh, why so wild?
It's
Is its master in there too?
No, it's by itself. It was
Oh,
left
my
alone.
God.
Oh my goodness, he's very irresponsible.
This is very bad. This is not good.
I want to try and calm the kitty.
And what ability would we be doing that with?
Oh, that's a good question.
It just begins to claw at the carpet with its claws.
Yeah, I don't have animal pen or anything.
I got no animal.
But I think so. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just kind of enter the room speaking really calmly and try to just I think I'm gonna try and use presence on it, try and get its attention, but like real calm, not piss it off, just kind of like get it to attune with me. Just be real calm.
You're
Like,
trying to draw its attention with
good.
all.
Yeah, draw its attention, but I'm totally calm. So if it, comes and connects with me, maybe it'll be calm too.
It adds your presence rating to any skill roll involving persuasion, performance, or charisma.
Okay, so I guess this will just be charisma because you can't really persuade a cat.
Okay, so you're trying to draw its attention. It's charisma, and I guess I would still have to ask for animal ken, even though you don't have it. So yeah, charisma plus animal ken, plus you would add 2 to your pool. What's your presence? Sorry, I should just say 2.
Oh, just one, actually.
So you add 1 to your pool, whatever that is.
Okay. This is going to be difficult because I only have 3 dice for this.
I'll make it 3, exactly.
And you always add 1 hunger, right? Even if you aren't.
Not for, yeah, if you have 1 hunger. Yep, correct. 1 success.
Yep, 1 success.
It snarls at you and it's walking towards you with clear aggression.
Oh boy.
How many of us is in the room? Like, in terms of
You're-
coterie?
You're with me.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's
Okay,
in the room. You're all standing outside of it, is what I kind of saw it in my head.
You said I'm outside?
Left the room.
I'm sorry, I was 2 people at one time. What'd you say?
Personally, I asked if I was outside of or inside. Like outside as in next to the door, or I'm inside with Ripley.
Did Ripley go in? I thought you guys were just coaxing it from the doorway.
Yeah, I kind
Okay,
of like
okay.
I took a step inside, but yeah, I wouldn't.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. So
Trying
we're
to,
outside. Okay.
Yeah, you're at the doorway. You're right there, one step in.
and
Okay.
no one else is inside the room.
Nope, it was empty. Everyone fled after the Jaguar went a little crazy.
I mean, we could say that it's the Jagger room, and we find him some meat, I guess, and he can play with the carpets. I don't see any other solution. We can let it loose, one, and we need to find its master. Though I don't know what they would do. I mean, perhaps they're more patent in convincing the jaguar to act like a house cat, but I don't know. What do we do?
He's a gangrel, clearly.
You're right. I didn't think of that. So Gangrel will be. We need to find his master.
Yes. Without his master is literally a wild animal.
Check the rose garden.
Hmm.
Oh my god.
All right, then they were drawn from the altercation, and you see Robert DeSalle, who Michael was talking to earlier. He says, "Oh, is my Jaguar in there?
I
Yeah,
mean,
You got away
yeah.
from me earlier. He's a little wild sometimes."
sometimes okay. Any way you could help us with the beast? I mean, because as you can see, and she points at the inside of the room, there were some damage, and we will like to avoid any more damage and also casualty, possibly.
Well, the Jaguar's a guest too. If he wants to roam around and do that, he should be allowed to.
I personally would have no mind of the jaguar wandering around. Yet it appears as though some of the other house guests have become frightened of him as well. And it is only out of concern for them that I would suggest implore that you remain close enough to provide your calming presence to this lovely animal.
Well, Renauld himself requested the Jaguar, so if you bring him here and he tells me to stay near it, I will. Otherwise, I'll just let it do as it wants.
Oh, so
Another
this was
test for us, I see.
yeah.
A
This
test?
is this is great. Kind of gritting in her teeth.
I mean, you're all the help, aren't you? Just close the door. It'll be fine.
That's fine.
Okay.
You
We
can
close
clean
the
up in
door
there
on the
afterwards. Yeah. He seems very satisfied with himself, and Robert walks off.
You get the gangrel. Oh my god. Well, I mean, on one point he's not wrong. We close the door. What could you do? I mean, rip the carpets, rip the curtains, break some vase that we don't really care about. We're just giving meat. I'm sure there's some meat in the kitchen. No? Don't you guys think there could be some meat for the
Per,
cats?
yes, I'm sure there would be, but I wouldn't want to send it into a frenzy. I personally don't mind if the jaguar tears up the entire home. I couldn't care less. My only concern is that if we back down from each and every single one of these people's strange proclivities, we are going to have a nightmare of a home by the end of the night. If we do not manage this party, we are going to be in big trouble if we back down to every single one of these people and let them have their way with every single element.
You're right, actually.
As you guys are talking, you hear the air is just so disrupted by someone saying, "Send it back, send it back."
Send it where back? Like home?
No, you see
Is
a
that
man. You see a man in the corner. He is dismissing a blood doll.
a blood? Okay. Oh, I forgot about those things. Oh my god. Can vampire have a headache? Because Carla is clearly having one right now. A migraine.
Am I right? Yes. And a man walks up to all of you. He's very young looking. He says, "I am Prince Malcolm Klein. Renauld knows my taste. What is this? This is not edible. Do you
Oh
not
my-
have blood that a venture like me would need?"
What are your preferences, sir?
Uh,
I
How
know
dare
you
you
just
ask me that? Renauld should already know that.
Yeah,
this is
but
unconscionable. And he walks off.
my God, I just try to be helpful. Those people are just insufferable.
Let's go talk to Serene Cotty.
Yeah. Oh my God. Perhaps I should like shut my mouth, but I was genuinely trying to be helpful. They're just weird. They're just
These
weird.
people are
You know,
deliberately trying to give you a hard time.
I
it's the thing with being, like super privileged. Because when you're that
yeah.
privileged, then you're just like, you just need to anticipate my needs before I even have them.
Right.
Right? Oh.
You see Simon emerge from where he was, and he's like, well, "What's going on, guys?"
Simon, do you know what the, the prince needs as far as like eating requirements?
Oh, he's a venture. They have that dietary
Yeah.
issues.
Yeah, so what's his particular strain?
He needs
Dietary issue? What the
he
hell?
feeds off people who are thieves. They have stolen something, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's weird.
Can it be mortals or what? Animal that's still my breakfast, maybe?
You do not want to offer the prince of the city an animal, sir.
Yes, yeah. They know what
I
they're
don't, I don't know.
saying.
I don't
Simon
know the
says.
parameters.
Right. I'm gonna go. We'll go ask Serene if she has, something on the menu that would be appropriate.
Does she have a teeth or something? That's a crazy dietary issue, but okay.
Would you be heading off to the dining room, or where are you going to find?
Well, first about the jaguar, because there's that prince stuck up who wants some teeth, but the jaguar is still.
Well,
What do
we've
we do? We
closed
close
it
the
in the
door?
room. Yeah.
You closed
Okay,
the
okay.
door. Yeah, it
Okay,
hasn't
okay,
done anything
fine.
to the door.
Yet, but okay.
It seems to be okay.
We trust that for now. Well, I'm following Ripley wherever they go, so
Yeah. We can put something in front of the door so to make it clear that it's not just to like we wander through.
you know what? I have a feeling that based on the type of people we have at that party, they will specifically go in that room if there's like don't go in there.
At that point, it's their problem. As far as
You're
I'm
right, you're right.
concerned.
You're right. So we put a little note like lose Jaguar in, don't go there.
We need to just properly label it. Call it the Jaguar room, and then it's their fault if they've gone in.
Right, right. They want it to be eaten. Okay. Problem solved for now.
So now the East room is the Jaguar room.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, let's go to the dining room.
Okay. Is everyone going? All four coterie members?
I don't feel like that's necessary for all four
Okay.
of us to go. I kind of want to continue to like mind guess to a degree, just because I feel like we have to. We can't just let these. I mean, I don't know. I feel like people are going to go up to Renault's room at some point.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're right.
I also feel the same.
Okay, so Michael and Isaiah will keep a lookout in the Great Hall to see if anyone's going somewhere they shouldn't go. We will go into the dining room with Ripley and Carla. All right. As you go into the dining room, it seems fairly empty. There's just one woman in there. She's clearly one of the blood dolls. She's a little dizzy. She's bouncing around.
And where are the blood dolls? Shouldn't they be there?
They seem to have gone into some other room.
God damn it.
And so Serene Cotty's not here either.
No. And the woman looks up. I'm Emmeline Fisher. I feel like this is where the real party is now. What's going on? Who are you two?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you have anything unusual
Oh my God, you're really
in your
beautiful.
drink before? Yeah, I know. And you're very beautiful too. So
Aw,
why don't we have a little chat?
we are chatting.
Yeah, you're gonna give me some information. Did you have anything weird to eat or drink before you came here tonight?
I may have done one drug.
Oh, what's that?
I don't know. I've never done anything like this before. It's really exciting.
Okay,
was-
how
it
does
was
how
just
does it make you feel?
Oh, it makes me feel wonderful.
Is there anything I can do, Storyteller, to try and figure out what the hell she's on? Does it seem like E? Or is it something weirder?
You know what? Your character is
I am a clubber, so
your character is an expert. Just tell me what drug it is,
Yes.
and that's what drug it will be.
okay.
Have you seen
she's just
Molly?
on E then. Yeah. She's on ecstasy
Okay, very well. She's on ecstasy.
because she's seeming very lovey. So
You're so beautiful.
why don't you just sit down over here? Oh, can you tell me, did everybody else do the same thing before they came?
I think so. They took more than one drug, though. Is that okay?
Uh, I mean, it's not for me to say. It's not for me to say. Did Serene give that to you?
Yeah, she said it would just make us happy.
Oh god.
Yay, okay. Good to know. Good
And
to
we'd
know.
make you happy, right?
Oh, sure, yeah. Why don't you just, you're vibing here, just vibe. We'll be back.
Hey, can I tell you something?
Mhm.
I found somebody's wallet and I stole it. Is that okay?
Oh, yes, you know what? That's perfect because we have somebody who wants to meet someone with your particular talent there.
Wow, I thought you'd be mad at me.
No, no, that's great. That's good news.
This has
Come
been
on.
I've done one drug and I've stolen. This is hopefully not a pattern for me now.
I mean, you know, you got to live your best life.
All
Uh,
right, where are we going?
yeah, oh, you're gonna meet this really lovely gentleman, and yeah,
All
we lead her to the prince immediately.
right.
Well, actually, first though, I'm gonna ask her, hey, did you see where Serene went? Did, she's not in here with you guys anymore.
No, she just went wander around the party, I guess.
Okay, all right. She didn't say she was going anywhere particular.
No.
Okay, all right.
Replay. Do you think we could get the wallet she stole? I mean, not that I want it, but there
Oh
could
yeah, can
be.
we take a look and
Yeah.
see what you got? You can keep it. You can keep it, but I want to see it.
Can I keep it?
Yeah, you can keep
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I just want to see it.
Okay, she shows it to you.
Whose wallet is this?
Yeah. Do we have a name?
Yeah, it says Alexi on it.
Oh,
And he
you
looks human in
mean
the picture.
uh
Oh, poor guy.
okay, okay. Is there anything else in that wallet that could be useful to us?
It's about $500 in cash.
No, let them. We don't want
Not
trouble with the
cash.
Nosferatu either, so
We don't
No,
care
there's
about cash.
nothing like clue related or handout
okay.
related.
Don't lose that wallet, okay? You keep it safe. We never know. And I say that to replay in case the dude, the weird man, Alexei, what is his name? If he is looking for his wallet, we better know where it is.
Yeah.
We don't want him to break something else or whatever. They all are high, is what I remember from this interaction. They're
Yep.
all on drugs.
Yeah. That's not great.
No.
Anyway, let's take her where she needs to go though. So yes, we will be leading this nice young lady up to the prince.
All right.
She's zooted out of her mind.
He eyes your offering and he takes a little
This
nibble.
will meet your taste, sir, but be aware, she is on ecstasy, so you'll get a little bit of that. But that's a nice drug.
I'm sure I'll be all right. He takes a little nibble to make sure you're telling the truth, and it's like, he feeds off her, he takes, and then he just drops her on the ground, then he walks away. She is completely unconscious.
At least we have a happy customer.
And then
guess.
Simon is wandering over to you guys. He's like, is it time for the entertainment, guys? What's going on?
Yeah, have you set the blood troop up in the other room? Did they arrive okay?
They want to make an entrance on their own. They're being very secretive.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, I don't like that.
Oh, it's fine. I think.
Yeah, I don't think so. Did
Are
they
they
give you any information about this secretive entrance?
They said let Farid go on and they'll go on after.
Oh, okay.
After when?
After Farid does his thing.
Oh my god.
They want to make an entrance, yeah?
This.
Hey,
Do
you
I
guys
have
called
to
him. I said just pick one. Don't be mad at Simon here. Jeez.
No, I'm not
You're
mad.
not-
It's just this is the one person we shouldn't have lost sight of.
It'll be okay. It'll all be okay. It'll all be okay. You just wondered.
Yeah, you keep telling yourself that. All right. What do we do? Replay. I mean, that apparently paramour of Renault or whatever. She's somewhere in the building and we don't know where. And that's the problem because she knows where the bedroom is.
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah, it's fine. Everything's fine.
Oh, okay. So that's fine. Okay. I'm the only one stressed out. Okay.
So hey, remember, everything's fine. There's
Yeah,
nothing.
I'm calm. I'm calm. Let's stress.
So Ripley's gonna pick up the unconscious woman and put her in like a dining room chair in the dining room.
Okay.
And then wants to go. I'm gonna grab Simon and tell him to have Fareed start getting ready to perform in the main hall. Tell him it's time. He needs to go on.
All right. Simon begins to speak to you again. He says, "Okay, well, introduce him and we'll begin. Like, everyone, please. The entertainment is soon to begin." There's like a slow wandering back in of all the guests into the great hall. Everyone has eyes on the party.
Now I want to find someone who looks like they are in acrobat gear. I'm gonna find one of the blood troop if they're outside, wherever. So
There's a person, a figure in there. They are covered. There's like a sheet over them.
are you with the blood troop?
We are the blood troop.
Okay.
We want to make an entrance. Just leave us alone, please.
No, that's fine. Just don't piss Fareed off, okay? Wait till he gets to a stopping point. Don't interrupt.
Understood.
All right. As long as that's the case. All right. Then I want to find our other people who have been keeping eyes out and see if they've seen Serene, because we can't find her.
They had not seen Shireen in their original out here.
Guys, we need to find her.
Although, as you think of honor, she reappears through the front vestibule again and wanders in. Oh, is the entertainment about to begin?
Yeah. Where have you been? We were looking for you.
I was just out. I don't need to tell you anarchs my business.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. We were looking for you. What did you give the Nosferatu? Man, he was really
Maybe he can't hold his blood as well as he thought he could.
I guess.
Are you going to introduce us now to our entertainment for the evening?
Yeah.
Simon's like motioning all to come together. It's very desperate looking.
Michael kind of comes up and, please come in, have a seat. Have a seat, make yourself comfortable.
You hear from the crowd, "Where is Renauld? We want to see Renauld."
I'll go room to room and just say, your attendance is requested in the great room, and try to get everybody in there for this storytelling guy.
All right, yeah, you're successful in gathering everyone you saw into the main hall again as the calls for Renauld go out.
Yeah. Renauld has left us with strict instructions, and as per those instructions, I now present to you Dr. What was his name? Azabar?
Fareed Ezra.
Azarak. Was Fareed Azarak to regale us with the tales of, what was it?
Oddest scripture.
Yes, the scriptures of which my anarch heart would know nothing. Please enjoy.
Okay, Isaiah, please give me composure plus etiquette. Difficulty 2.
Okay. Composure, fortunately, is a 4. Etiquette's a 1, so let us roll. All right. Reroll. Pool 5. 2 success.
Nice. All right, yeah, they are. The Ripley's egging you on with the correct information. They seem to let it go. And Fareed Azarak, he takes center stage or center of the Great Hall. And this one must be related. He has impressive oratory skills, and he weaves a tale of the first vampire's journey through the land of Nod, which is Cain. He tells of a story of Cain's journey through the land of Nod, how Cain was hounded by angels and demons when he met his greatest teacher, Lilith, and then he surpassed her by becoming the first vampire. He goes on to describe how Cain and his first children rejected forgiveness intended to mortals as a blessed crop, a granary of blood that was not to last because of the hubris of mortals and the rebellion of the young kindred against their clan progenitors. This story goes on for a while, talking about these topics, and then they end as a parable They warn against the dangers of openly ruling mortals without the safeguards of the blessed Masquerade to protect all of the kindred. And as this story goes on, you feel some sort of, it rises into the air, some sort of energy, and you see a bearded face. It glowers down over the assembled, all of you assembled there. And then this face, it goes forward, and then an ocean of blood is behind it. And it sweeps away an ancient city that appears. And then this scene, it disappears with the screams of countless women and children.
This was awesome. Truly a delight. There is thing I knew, but I will need to talk with him more. Like I said before, but and she kind of muttered to herself, like, I wouldn't mind dying later on today if I get the information on that. So, but just to herself, like nobody can hear her, but she's trying. I wouldn't say forgetting the main goal, but she's kind of going her own way as well, since she's really interested in things related to nuts.
All right, as Farid Azrak, he leaves the center and he stands away from everyone, and then the figure in the corner that had a sheet over it, they take the sheet off, and they walk towards the middle of the crowd. They are three entities all seemingly into one, and then they're all seemingly conjoined into a single entity. So you see three figures conjoined together, and then they wander into the middle of the room. And then the three figures, they all split apart, and a spray of blood reaches out above the entire crowd. But the blood never reaches the crowd, as the performers, they begin to dance, and they call it back to themselves, the blood. And then red banners unfurl from the ceiling. And then the three vampires, they go on to contort their bodies into all sort of impossible shapes. They begin to dangle from these silks hanging from the ceiling. And they begin to cut themselves, and wounds appear everywhere, and the blood is dancing all around them. This performance goes on for quite a while, about a half an hour, we'll say. And then they call the blood back into their veins, and the three to go back together in the one conjoined entity, and then they wander off the stage. However, upon seeing this, everyone's hunger is increased by one.
That was awesome.
And then the party, they realize that the performance is over, and they all begin to clap, and they seem quite satisfied with the entertainment.
Michael kind of leans over and very, very softly whispers, "We need to start wrapping this up."
Yeah, you're right. You're right. We haven't looked around for clues. I think we have to start now. I mean, what time is it? What time would you say it is? No. How long has the party been going for, you think, Storyteller?
I would probably put it around 4 in the morning.
It's 4 in the morning?
Yeah, we'll put it at 4 in the morning. It's about time to wrap it up, and everyone will have to move on.
Oh my god, yeah. Okay. We have to think quickly and act as quickly as possible. I don't know how to proceed. They're all on crack. No, on ecstasy. Sorry, they're all on ecstasy, and we have a water jaguar, and we have, I don't know what, some strange woman walking around the manor. Carla is clearly losing her slight composure that she has and panicking because the sun is rising soon. So
as you're talking, you all see Robert DeSalle. He's causing a commotion among the crowd. He's whispering in their ears. Everyone's looking at you all quite oddly.
What's wrong?
One of them finally speaks up, and when is Renauld making his entrance?
And I look at Ripley because I know it's not a good idea for me to talk, but
You think he told us?
I'm afraid Master Renauld has not given us that information to pass along.
You know, I know why he hasn't given me that information. It's because you anarchs, you diablerized him. You killed our host.
Excuse me?
You heard me, fledgling.
What are you talking
You
about?
took advantage of his generosity and you ate him.
That's an easy shortcut for you to say that now.
Well, produce him.
Anarch.
Enough excuses. If he's here, then produce him. Otherwise, you cannot refute
you
my
think we
claims.
have any power on Renauld? Like, as you just said, we're fledgling and we're his servants. So you think we have any power to tell him to show his ass now? Is that what you're saying?
That's exactly what I'm saying. You cornered him and you overpowered him somehow.
Oh my
Perhaps
god,
he let
that's
his
so
guard
easy.
down.
That's so easy for you to say that. So like, You think we have enough power to do that?
Well, you must have.
Oh, you must have. So you're just making a suggestion, a supposition. Do you have any proof?
He kind of clears his throat and gently kind of walks forward and goes, I think perhaps you've had a bit too much blood tonight. I believe there was a few additions to the vessels.
This is bullshit.
Okay,
It was spiked.
this will cause social combat to happen.
What?
Yes. So,
How come? No.
as you are defending your position among the Canberra elite, it will be against difficulty 4. You will do probably composure because he's probably rattled you pretty well.
Okay.
Composure and I think resolve. Don't forget you can arouse the blood.
All of us.
Composure and resolve, difficulty 4 is what you said.
Yep. And yeah, you can all try it. So you're all basically making an argument back against him in front of everyone to stand your ground.
Okay. Oh.
Messy critical. Oh, I like that.
Of all the roll,
4
I had to miss.
successes.
Okay. All right. Guess if you fail, that would be 2 successes. Okay. So then you only take 2 willpower damage. We have what was the rest? 6 successes on the Saya. I think unfortunately this messy critical I think when Carla explains herself, she succeeds, but it's because she knows something. And all eyes are on Carla. You clearly know something has happened. We'll say Shireen Kadi asked you. And earlier the other one, that one, she points at Ripley, was lying. Perhaps you didn't kill him, but perhaps there's another conspiracy at play here.
I lie all the time. Haven't you noticed? It's just
Why?
part of my nature.
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah.
That is your defense? You lie all the time? You better start telling the truth.
Okay,
Michael
you want some truth? Here's some truth. I was accused of diablerizing this guy. I'm going to allow you to break Elysium on me. Go ahead. Go ahead. I have diablerized no one. You'll be able to see it if I have. Go ahead. I'm going to put myself in a corner over here, and this is going to put paid to it. Okay?
All right. They use the Auspex power that's necessary, and they don't see the black lines in any of your auras. And somebody whispers into the prince's ear, and he speaks up, well, you appear to be telling the truth about that, but we do need to see Renauld. Where is he? What happened? Give us something, anything I can work with here. I'd rather not.
6 successes. Can I?
Can you what? I didn't catch that.
No, I was saying I got 6 successes. Can I calm them down?
Yeah, they are. You won the exchange. He's just asking what's going on here.
Michael sort of steps forward and he goes, we truly wish that we could give you the information that you're seeking right now, but we don't have anything to give you. I can assure you that nothing untoward has happened here tonight, and it would behoove us to give you information if we had it. We have nothing we could gain from hiding.
And you found nothing. You found nothing of what Renault's planning here. You found nothing.
No, we know none of his plans.
Interesting.
If I may offer forward a theory, please forgive me for being so forward, but we are all being made to be pawns in one of Renault's many schemes, and as that is to be expected of him, I believe he has deliberately put us in this position to create the tension, perhaps as a form of entertainment for himself. My suspicion, I am not saying this is a fact, is that he has actually been observing the party from within the entire time, as a test for us, but also as a way to perversely spy upon you as a series of highly unusual events unfold before you, merely to take something that he believes has gone stale and add some flair to it, as he is known to do.
That does sound like Renauld. I don't want to destroy such young kindred for no reason.
I apologize for any disturbance this may have caused you, but I assure you, everything that you have seen here has been orchestrated and organized from the shadows, and we shall know when Renauld so chooses to inform us just exactly what our roles were. Um, Please, I hope you've had a good evening. Do mind the time. Give yourself ample time to arrive to your home location so as to avoid the rising sun, of course.
Hmm. You're right. The day is soon upon us. I will give you one choice to clear your suspicion. I can only see one way forward for all of you. You must join the Camarilla proper and work under me.
Work under you.
Yes, leave the Anarchs and we will wipe your suspicion away. I'm sure he'll turn up and it would just be one of his games.
Yes, I'm sure he will. Uh, I
I would
suppose
need
it's.
you all need to assent right now. As I said, the sun is soon upon us.
Do you find these terms agreeable? I look to the rest of the coterie.
Michael looks
Uh,
absolutely giddy.
I mean, do we even have a choice?
Well, come on, what could be better? Isn't this what we wanted all along? He was supposed to be helping us to do this.
Yeah, I just feel. I know I'm being a bit paranoid, but that seems too convenient for someone. But yeah, she's kind of just talking to herself, but like she usually do. Yeah, I mean,
Come on, Carla, we're stepping up in the world.
are we really? And I want to whisper to them, but if I whisper, will the other hear me or find it
Oh yeah,
suspicious?
for sure.
Oh,
He's
Yes.
a room full of vampires.
Yes.
no.
There's no subterfuge here. You are being stared at as the most powerful kindred in the city. Waiting an answer. Probably looking very impatient right now.
Okay, fine. I just want my book. But okay, whatever. Sure, great. I always wanted to join the Camarilla.
Do I know what this entails, or like, what are they going to do?
I don't think you do know what it entails. It's all you're
They made it
definitely
sound like it's quick. They're like, all right, hurry up. And I'm like, well, what do I have to do? Just like touch your butt, or like I don't know.
he just
I
wants you
have
to
a
say
really
yes.
high Camarilla politics score. Is that helpful?
Yeah, you can roll it if you want. Although any information you share obviously is going to be heard. I guess it would be intelligence plus that skill.
So it's 4 on that, which I rolled absolute garbage for. So what is intelligence? Another 2. Okay, I have 3 successes.
Yeah, you would know that. Well, what he told you was earlier was true. They close their ranks. They do make these offers to strong arm younger kindred into basically servitude. You're gonna get the shit jobs, the stuff nobody wants to do. But maybe, just maybe, you can prove yourself one day.
I mean, that's basically what we were doing anyway. So
Yep,
True.
you've switched masters essentially if you
Yeah.
choose. It does buy you
I
time
mean,
as well.
I think Simon would probably just step forward and be like, I would be honored to join the Camarilla as an official member.
I'm glad to hear that. What about the rest of you?
yep,
Very
thumbs
well.
up.
A dream come true.
Do you agree, Isaiah?
Yeah.
So here's a weird thing. I think I want to preserve everybody else, but I think my answer is hell fucking no. But it kind of makes me wonder why my character was working so hard at this if he just didn't care about what ended up happening to him. But like he's like an anarch and a bruja, so he's. I feel like this character would be like, no, thank you. I'm not down with that at all. I'd rather die.
Ripley turns to you and says, "Hey, the best place to be when there's a system is on the inside," and gives you a really meaningful look, like you take down the system from the inside because I know what clan you are. But like, that's not said. That's subtext.
I guess I'll just say yes, but with a noted lack of enthusiasm that you might expect from somebody being offered I don't know, a position into a secretive hierarchy.
Yeah, he doesn't even seem to notice or care about your disinterest. Then he says, very well, we will leave tonight, but we will be in contact with your new duties and expectations. It was a great salon. Thank you for hosting it. And have a nice day. The guests begin to file out, and Farid as Rek tells Carla that you will be in touch with her one day, as she seems to be interested in his stuff, everything he has to say. Everyone leaves, and then finally Robert DeSalle is left with you all in there, and he says to you, "You can come down to the Ivy Lounge any day you like." And then he leaves, and that's where we'll end the scenario.